bud.
Yeah, that's coming in. Cheers. Coming in with a big cheers. Cheers. I'm going to take a
cheers.
sipper.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Dempsey, what's this podcast called?
This podcast. Oh, God damn it. That's awesome. He got me. Oh, motherfucker. I literally thought of that, too. I was like, oh. Oh!
I don't know if it's called that.
It's not called oh.
Just make up a word now. What do you think this podcast is called?
Film Speed Talk.
Film Speed Talk. Welcome, welcome everyone. It's okay. We do it to everyone that runs through
trust.
here. Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
the whole idea.
100%. It's like, watch this, Craig. We got him.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. We're at
110,
consistently off
110.
with
like
Film
that.
Speed. Here we are, and we are
Consistently off. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
we are.
I remember that.
We are joined today by extraordinaire talent, voiceover, gene master of the voice, Mr. Dempsey Pappion. How are you, man?
Man, I like that. Thank you very much. I'm good, man. Good to see y'all.
It's fantastic for you to be here. Thanks for sitting down, and we're doing your choice tonight.
Oh,
You
yes.
went with ginger bourbon, a great
Ginger
choice.
bourbon
So
all day,
cheers,
baby.
thanks
All
for
day.
being here.
Cheers, yes.
Another drink of the uncles.
Congrats on the studio.
Thanks,
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
Thanks.
Like I said, it's beautiful to see this come together and watching all the videos come together and the time lapse and this, and then it's just like, hey, check this out. I'm like, they're doing it, man. And then I walk in and I'm like, damn, dude, like for real.
Well, before you leave, we'll get some headshots for you on the green screen.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
We'll get,
no.
We'll get a couple stingers in the
You got a
vocal
little-
booth, right?
Yeah, that beautiful little love seat right there. I'm gonna take a little shot. Just want to have like that moment of just like the after, behind the scenes, the after. Just
We'll
like,
get Studio Pug on the lap, and you can just do
yeah,
like a very.
We'll do like a quick little boomerang, like all
We
that
didn't tell
shit.
you about 30 minutes. We have about 10-person production team coming in.
Yeah, right.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, like
okay,
30.
okay. Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's why there's
But I didn't sign a
buses.
waiver, so fuck that.
It's on the when
on
you
the-
walk in the
is
door.
that what that
it's-
is?
Yeah, it's just like a fine.
okay.
It's like a fine
Okay.
print.
So I never do this
thing.
again. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
okay.
We're gonna have to sign the wall later, by the way.
Yeah, for real. I noticed that. I was like, interesting.
Hilarious. You peel it off, and it's a giant agreement.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I was practicing my signature the other day, and I was just like,
Yeah.
is this my signature?
Has it changed over time? That's one of those things, right?
I think it's gotten uglier. I think it's gotten like a little sloppier
'cause
because
you-
I remember before it's gotten shorter for sure, but it used to be like, pretty, it was cursive. And then the other day I was signing some like 30-cent residual checks, and that shit was just fucking I was like, what is that my fucking signature? I was like, I hope they believe this when they see this. Because I really need that gas money.
Well, after over time, like you do it so much, you just want to stop doing it, right? And like there's I have too many letters. Broomball. Excuse me.
Oh,
Let's
man.
just
That's
let's
literally like when
and just
we
do
were
a B.
moving-
What did I do?
Yeah.
I just exclamation point on a Craig type of thing. I don't care anymore.
So that's you?
That's me.
Top
very,
right?
very top right.
Huh.
It's just like it's a C.
What does that say?
It's a
That's a C.
G,
Okay, yeah.
and then it's a little, exclamation star.
That is just
I don't care anymore.
When we're moving from Michigan here, that's when I started working on my signature because I was sick of signing Nicholas.
after
J.
the shows.
Stout. No, on
Oh,
all
oh.
my cashier checks.
Oh shit.
I was sitting there
there
at
is
the
shows
bank.
too, yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like through like the 13th one. I'm like, how many do I
Jay,
have? 50?
what's your middle name? John.
John.
John. Okay.
Yeah, and I started just doing N scribble S scribble. Like, look at that, dude. Two
Who's
letters.
going to tell you that's not your name?
Yeah, right.
J. James.
J. Oh, M. Martin.
Martin.
Martin,
Initials DMP. Demp.
dude,
Yeah.
hilarious.
If you just take out the middle name, my buddy wanted to let me know that it was DP, and he goes, "Yo, did you know that?" I was like, "Shut the fuck up." Yes, I knew that. I was like, I didn't think about it again. I can't really run with it like I would have when I was 25. Now it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
I didn't want to be your friend until I knew your initials.
Yeah, he's
were
like, "Yo, I
DP."
just like," he had a moment. I was like, "All right." Yeah,
All right.
Finally, yes, my buddy DP.
this is my buddy
Yeah,
DP.
we.
Hey, DP just came to the party. Yeah.
So what's the latest for you for listeners' sake? I mean,
Man.
I haven't seen you in a while,
You
but I
haven't seen me in a
literally
minute.
just saw you this morning and yesterday
appreciate that.
afternoon.
I appreciate
And
that. That was awesome.
yeah, I got like so I'm watching music videos. My TV has all
yeah.
the, a whole bunch of
you
stuff,
really
and
did?
It's on a lot.
Yeah.
So I see you quite often.
Yeah,
And
that's the latest and greatest for me right now is because my on-camera career has been slowly coming back to life. But my voiceover career, as y'all know, has been thriving.
Yeah.
And so I just recently got an on-camera commercial for Chevy. That Chevy Flex commercial at the tailgate is killing. So thankful. But yeah, man, that is needed because it's been a few years. So that has been, I'd say, since Zoom's come around, getting online commercial auditions it's obviously increased. And so what that does for actors is it takes a little bit of the stress, right? Because I'm not driving to fucking L.A. or Santa Monica, Hollywood, or whatever.
4 hours of
100%. 4 hours round trip, And it's one of those things that you kind of numb yourself as an actor. You just, especially depending upon where you live, you just know that's what it is. You're going to commute.
Yeah.
So having that one, and then I booked, I was like, what? I got the job. So I don't get too happy. And as a lot of friends, and Nick can attest to this from back in the day, I don't talk about shit until it's done.
Yeah.
Because you just never know. I've had commercials pulled. I've had commercials not air. I've had things get cut. And so it's like, hey, man, I thought you were going to be in a... Didn't you say... So I don't talk about anything.
No.
Like,
and I'm superstitious. I'm a weirdo. So I was like, I was like, fuck that.
People ask me, they're like, did you say whatever he's been in? Because we would talk... Somehow you get in and we talk about like... AT&T commercial or something was on, or the DOTA stuff.
Yeah.
And I always go, but just like, hey, did he? I'm like, he does not tell me anything.
Yeah.
He only tells me shit once he's done it. So like, there has been times where like, dude, I just gotta tell you, I did this yesterday, and it fucking. I was like, oh, sweet, man.
Yeah.
Good
Yo,
job.
throwback to
Or
the
else-
time you
or
let me
else
do
it's-
auditions in your closet. Remember?
Yeah.
I was praying to book one of those because I'd be like, yo, hey, just check this out, man. You're my engineer today. So if I book this
7B,
job,
we got that good 7B. We had like a
It was
cool
like
shirt
Kevin
before
Hart
that.
or
oh yeah, I think that was a Kevin Hart voice
it
match.
was who's the dude from whose line is it anyway?
Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some other stuff.
Too.
I've done a lot of some voice match stuff, but we don't often talk about too much of it because a lot of those things you never really know, and a lot of times you're like, hey, we
you do
I
the
gotta
audition,
sign.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, because
Then here's
I've done jobs where they basically say, hey, don't talk about this, and then I'll forget about it, and then you guys will, like friends will tell me like, hey man, I saw her, I heard. I was like, oh, okay, so so I did that. I'm like,
So then here's a good way to like still touch on that subject without touching on any of the contracts, right? Because no one wants to touch contracts.
right?
What have you had the most fun at least prepping for, like for an audition? Like, oh, I really want this one, so like this voice was really fun to put together because I got to do something different, or I got to do something I really wanted to do.
That's a good question. Prepping for, as far as the voice game goes, I think, wow. Honestly, it might be the Mortal Kombat stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat 11 that just hit, like, it is... When that came about, I was getting ready to travel to a friend's place in Vegas, and we were going to go watch the UFC fight. And my agent had hit me up and told me that they wanted to hear it again. So when I get jobs like that, it'll be code names. A lot of that shit comes up as code names. You don't know what it is unless you're paying attention to the... Sometimes you see the production house, right? Or you see who's the animation company is. And so if I see like a, Ubisoft, obviously I'll get excited.
Yeah.
Or this last one, Blizzard, know? And then with the DOTA stuff. And then what you call it? When Mortal Kombat came up, it mentioned NetherRealm in the thing. So I was just like, is this Mortal Kombat? My character's name was Royal. Oh God, it was almost comparable to Prodigal Son, Royal Prodigal Son or something. And so as I'm reading through it and I just put the voice together, my agent was like, hey, they want to hear your so I got to prep again. And so when I already know they like what I'm doing, I get excited. And so
of course
I'll drill it. And when I do voices like that, for me, how I create these characters, I visualize an archetype character of somebody that I already know, and then I'll add something different to them.
Okay, so for this one, what did you work
So
from?
this guy was so for
Royal
instance, no, he was it was Royal something. Oh, Adenia was mentioned as well. So that's what I knew. I was like, oh shit, this new one. So I was like, all right, cool. So I visualized I gave him this air of just like when I go to the depths of him, it's a he's proud like Circe from 300, and Xerxes was but he was a bitch in my opinion, right? So like he hid behind his manpower and all.
Sure.
So having that royal, just that
Yeah.
And so the line, I'll get an anchor line. An anchor line for me is something that is the epitome of the character.
Right.
And for that line was, if your queen wanted me dead, she should send better. And so that line, when I put it out there, I visualized the whole fucking scene.
Yeah.
And the reason of why he's saying that line. And so now I'm there. Now I'm on the stoop. Now I'm looking down at the people. So that was the most fun because I knew the depth of the character was going to be crazy, and I knew I could have a lot more fun. And video games have extensive dialogue.
Yeah.
So I had 3 days.
Forever.
4 hours guaranteed. And they do it in segments where we're having like calm, semi-excited, full excited, right? So,
well, how many?
That was a great day. I did a throwback on my IG about that one. It was like it was we call it effort day. Efforts, the efforts, the dying. Let me get a prolonged scream. I like that. I like that. But now it's like a little more guttural at the top, and give me elongate that. And so
now these are Zoom during this, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
We did Zoom for that. It was one of the things where I had, which one is this? Let's see.
It was 11, right?
Yeah.
I sent them a character list.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kotal Khan?
Kotal Khan. Oh, no, the character's Rain.
Oh.
Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. This is my guy right here. Apologies. Didn't even say the character. Duh.
That's
Rain.
I'm sitting here
Mortal
looking.
Kombat 11
Well,
Ultimate.
we're not sure if that's in contract or not.
Oh, no. That game's been out.
Okay.
The voice match stuff, I got to be fucking, a little bit on the hush.
Different paperwork involved.
Yeah.
That's sweet, dude.
Rain is fucking dope. That's
He's
one
a
of
ninja,
the That's
homie.
one of the
Dude.
ninjas.
Exactly.
The prestige of being
He's a
ninja.
demigod, you know what I mean? Like,
Come on.
That's sick
So,
too. The
son
whole
of Argus,
your,
you know?
Your anchor line. That's pretty sick.
yeah, it keeps me there. And, also what the anchor line does is throughout the recording, you can get away from, when you're doing repetitious lines, you can fall out of character.
Of course.
And so that anchor line keeps me back. It centers me.
Yeah.
And then from there, I get to, repeat the dialogue and keep it on. And the beauty of these guys is they've got a great ear, right? They've been doing this for fucking decades. So they know. They're like, okay, let's do that again. Let me keep sample B. Let's play that back, Dempsey. Let's go ahead and listen back. And they'll have me listen back to the one they like. And we'll go ahead and we'll knock it out a couple more times.
Yep.
So typically I'll do like an ABC. And then they tell me which ones they like. And a lot of times you have to go through multiple approvals. So it's got the advertising people, aside from the producer, who they have to agree upon what's going to be going on because they know how they want to present it. They know how they want to key it up. And the director's job sometimes is to take a back seat. And then before he even relays anything to me, right? So there's a pecking order.
Damn.
And you know what I mean?
Damn,
and so sometimes you'll catch yourself
A lot of
thinking that
committee,
you know what they want, because that's something that I have a problem with in life. I'm like, oh, you want me to do that? No, just shut up. Okay, yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I have to remember to do. Funny story about that was the episode of Cold Case that I did. That was directed by Tim Matheson. Actor directors are dope to work with.
Yeah.
And they will help you get to that space. And it was a heavy emotional stuff part for my character in that scene. And I remember me and my co-star, RJ Smith, shouts out, he's a real cool dude, and he played my brother. And we were practicing on lunch outside, and we were just going over the scene in our heads. And so they're giving direction, and it's just us three, we're blocking it, and he's talking to him, and I say, hey, RJ, remember what we talked about outside? And Tim goes, hey, Dempsey, I'm going to need you to just be the actor and just relax a little bit, and I'll do the directing. And inside of me was dying. I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, no problem, Tim. No problem, Tim. I was like, damn. It was like, oh, man. So, yeah. But no, Rain was by far the best because I knew how big it was going to be. So.
Yeah.
Dude, so sick. One of the opening players you get.
Yo, when that combat pack hit up, I was just like, what? That skins hit, and everybody was just, so my IG filled up with a lot of fans.
Yeah.
My DMs hit up a lot of fans, and so I've been sending voice memos to fans. I literally just did one today.
Dude, are you doing like fucking
I literally,
whatever?
the cameo or anything like that? No. There's things in works because I used to be this humble, like
it's time.
your talent
time.
gets you what you want. No, shine, boy, shine. So that's I'm currently in that.
They
space
like that. They like to see that.
They like that shit. They love that shit.
If they feel you coming before you're there,
100%. Presence is everything, man. Yeah, I live by that.
I love this.
So-
Okay, but now, okay, We got recent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you got into the acting game early.
Not super early, but we moved from Houston.
Houston, that's right.
Houston,
that's
Texas.
Right. We've discussed
I was there about 5 years, and we had moved there originally. Born in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yes, Lake Charles born, raised in Lafayette till I was 10.
Oh.
Yep, and then left there. So I'm Creole on my dad's side, Nigerian on my mother's side. Right, and so best of both worlds,
and the charm,
yeah, man. So I got the food all around, a little bit of crazy all around, but it's all love. And so that's one of the things. When we got to California, I was 15, so it's fish out of water. I moved to a place called Huntington Beach, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, this is a trip. One of like 10 black dudes at my school, and meanwhile I'm learning to surf. I already knew how to skateboard, so I jumped right in the pocket, and it was this thing that was called Beverly Hills Studios, and they had a showcase. So boom, hit the showcase. They liked me, went back, got an agent through the showcase, 3 months of weekends, like 6-hour weekends. And next thing you know, I've got an agent. And my first audition, I don't know if y'all remember a Sprite commercial with Grant Hill back in the day. The kid who goes up and tries to dunk.
Yeah.
The kid tries to dunk.
I watched it recently just for fun.
Man, yo, that audition was amazing because I got a call back. They kept me afterwards. I was like this close to booking it. Well, the number one rule as an actor is on your callbacks, you repeat what you did in the audition. For whatever reason, at the callback, when it comes time to have the interaction with Grant Hill, instead of being like, wow, Grant Hill, I'm at Poinsettia Park in Hollywood. I remember off of Poinsettia Place in between Melrose and Santa Monica. I sat there in that basketball court after waiting 3.5 hours. This was what you call a cattle call. This was in the 90s. Yeah. Cattle call auditions where it's just like hundreds of dudes and everybody's got the look, play a little basketball. Well, the callback is to now play basketball. And then the close-up comes and I go, looking, that's Grant Hill. He doesn't want to play with us. He probably thinks he's too cool. What in the... That was that. That didn't click until later when I saw how many times that commercial ran and I didn't get the job. And I'm just like, damn, that commercial's on again, huh? Oh, wow. And then I remembered for whatever reason it came back to me and I said, I didn't repeat what I did in the audition. Damn. Yeah. So fast forward to my...
Well, you learned real quick. That's a quick lesson. You said first time.
You had no choice but to learn. You didn't get the job.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Yeah.
I was 16, freshman in high school, man. And then the first
awesome. You're doing auditions at 16.
Oh, I was nobody knew I was getting taken out of class early.
Right.
I was real secretive. I didn't tell. When I first started acting, I didn't talk too much about it in school because I didn't want to get looked at differently. I was a little embarrassed. I had that imposter syndrome early. And as a kid, what a lot of kids do when they come up in the entertainment industry, it's really hard for them, these younger cats, because that's all they know. So, you're getting homeschooled and you're getting groomed, and especially if you're successful at it, your life is just going to change. I didn't start till I was 15, 16, but I already kind of had a sense of who I was, thankfully. But being compared, hearing the word no, and it's not a no to your face. It's just like you don't get called back, right? You believed in what you did, and it was great, and you had fun. You drive home, you try not to think about it, but you think about it. You're like, dang. And they weren't coming as quick as they do now. Auditions were like, I got an audition. You prep, you go, you get a fax. You get 13 pages faxed. You got 3 scenes in between homework and the car while your mother's complaining about getting out of work, and she's like, do your best, and you think so. There's pressure.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the things I remembered growing up.
Talk about extracurricular,
dude.
You're living a double life.
100%. And then I get a commercial my freshman year, California Healthcare. I had a fro at the time. They asked me in the callback, "Are you willing to cut your hair?" Yes. So in the commercial, it's a fro, and it's a father looking at a photo of his pregnant wife, and it's a dolly shot, and it's me with a football uniform on and a fro, and then they cut my hair, and it's short hair and a graduation cap and gown. And a friend of mine, freshman English, 8:30 a.m. goes, "Were you in a commercial?" I was like, I made it. I made it, dude.
That's it right
it.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So then the high school career was, probably not bad from there.
It wasn't. It was a lot of learning experiences because I didn't really book anything television-wise until I was 20. Mm-hmm. Everything else was just like a couple promos, when promos were popular, and a couple commercials. And I just found my Vons, Three's a Crowd, which I was gonna throw back, commercial where I was a bag boy where you see me for like 2 seconds. It was like, but trust me, hey,
Little arrow.
we
That's all you need,
we drove
dude.
2 hours to Monrovia. It was like a 6 a.m. call time at a brand new opened Lucky's, and it was just like, yeah, Mom, I'm doing it.
Man. And she's on your schedule too. This whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Incredible.
think about the parents that take their kids to soccer and then go to those games
Yeah.
every weekend.
100%. It's the same thing. It's just
the
different
same
grind.
thing, yeah, just
Yep,
different grind.
Different grind, yeah.
Yeah.
Middle of the week, luckily she was a general manager, so she could afford to take off like that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of things in hindsight, right?
What prepped the move to Southern California?
So initially, my mother had gotten laid off when she was a nurse. She had done retail for 20 some odd years from Louisiana. It was Kmart, and then to Houston it was Dillard's, and then boom, she got laid off. She came to visit my dad who lived in California at the time. They had split up when I was young, and he was out here working for oil refineries. He just recently retired.
Huntington Beach. That's the city to do it.
Yeah. No.
Right.
He's actually in Norwalk. He was at the Wilmington substations for Jesus. What was that place called? I would go visit him, and every time I drove over there, I would just think about it all the time, like, man, what if just like some crazy shit? And lo and behold, they had like a crazy leak over there and a fire when he was working there. So we were all worried.
Driving through those neighborhoods, right? You're like,
I just think about that. Like, this
is a crazy place to be.
Yeah, like there's just like thousands, millions of gallons of fucking crude and gas just here. Okay.
Yeah.
God bless us all, man, for real.
Gas companies, natural gas. I'm like, dude, what
Yeah,
happens if someone smokes a
man, the shit. It's like
When's
when
that
you would
pole
watch
walks
the
down the
Olympics,
street,
right?
dude?
When you watch the Olympics and the triplettes, you're just like, she's gonna fall.
Yeah,
Like those that's the fucked up thoughts we have. No, but it was a crazy time. We moved. She got laid off. She came to visit him, and then she ended up finding a job. She just said, "Fuck it, let me." She was at her wits' end, one of those things, right? So she came out. I was finishing 8th grade. My sister was graduating college. Me and my sister 10 years apart. So it was just like one of those things. So she's like, pack up the house. My dad came. We packed up the house. We moved a 3-bedroom duplex into a 1-bedroom apartment. Me and my sister, and she finished college, double major, architecture, interior design. 3rd-story apartment. We had to leave the couch because it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm making friends with my buddy Carlos downstairs because his mother she does the housekeeping in the apartment complex we were living. His dad does landscaping. I'm learning huevos estrellados. I'm learning Spanish and shit. I'm getting it on. And my last year finishing 8th grade, and then we moved to California, drove cross country. Wow. 94, boom, and then here we go. So.
So then hang on. So you just decided to just get into acting when you were in Southern
California?
California?
Why did you want to act?
There's something in Houston that you're doing.
The trigger, honestly,
theater,
I was
anything?
always that kid getting kicked out of class for talking and putting on a show.
Is that right?
So here we go. Now I get paid for the voices I used to get yelled at for. And the funniest thing, I did one play. And I remember I was Peter Cottontail, and I had a brown bunny suit. All the other kids, sisters and mothers, had sewn together or got real costumes. My sister had brown fabric, had a white tail.
Wait, how old are you on this?
I was 8.
Oh, fantastic!
I was 8. This was at Leo Judice Elementary School.
Oh.
In Lafayette, Louisiana.
Baby
Shouts
Dempsey,
out. Yeah, you know.
Peter
cute kid, right? Meanwhile, he's running because the playgrounds were split up. So 4th and 5th grade and 2nd and 3rd were over here. And so if you crossed over, like, watch out because they would beat you up, right? Like, that was the thing. Like,
hard lines.
Hard lines were drawn, man. But the beauty of me, which I discovered that I was just solidified in high school, was that you just have friends from different sects, a.k.a. gangs, a.k.a. ASB versus we got jocks, and then we got, not so question, you know what I'm saying? We got some guys over here that do some things every now and then. And then you got your buddies over here that are just like, meanwhile, I got Best Smile in high school. The shouts out to me. I just shouted out a buddy of mine.
Good teethers.
Hey, look, I got a crown I got replaced recently.
No, it's all natural.
No,
beautiful.
it's okay. Yeah, I love it. Tell me more. And no, it was something for me because in Houston, there was a modeling thing that we did. And I didn't recognize this until taking a drive to Mammoth with some buddies for another friend's bachelor party on where the initial spark came. Mayo Hill Studios, doubt they're even still in business, but they had a little...
Shout out Mayo Hill.
Yeah. Shout outs to Mayo Hill in Houston, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a program, and I was learning to do as a package where it was runway and print. So we took photos, but they also had a television and commercial program. They want to show you this so that you can promote it to your parents and get a little extra money out of you, right?
Yeah.
I'm watching these kids do Got Milk commercials. literally, I watched this and I go, I could do better than that. Because I was already imitating everything I saw on TV. I taught myself how to do a jump spinning back kick before I took martial arts formally from watching Kickboxer. Like in my living room, like, you know, after my 10th birthday. Like for real. So I literally was just like, I can do that. Fast forward to California and I kill it and I start to love it. And then it goes from being this cool thing I'm doing in high school that I know I can do to like, this is my income. This is a job.
Right.
Oh, shit. This is crazy.
I have a job.
It hit me. I was like, oh, this is like, because the potential, you see the potential.
Yeah.
You're getting comfortable with other actors in the audition room that are doing better than you, but you have the respect. You're in the room and you understand where you stand, even though you're not there. So, and that's the thing that camaraderie really does in the art space, right? Because you can sit in that room with people who are bigger than you, and I'm sure you've known that, especially on the come up, you know, when we're all sucking shit and understanding that we're not where we want to be, but we're going to keep going. So I've never chased roles. I've turned down auditions. You know, I've been thankful that I haven't had to have a regular job in a long time now. And that's because there were many, many years where I was like down to my last 100, you know, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
because showbiz, I mean, showbiz is showbiz, right?
Showbiz is showbiz, man.
I was watching like a Vanity Fair. No, it was a Hollywood Reporter thing, and they had like a big actors roundtable. Even Tom Hanks, he's like, you know, when you're hot and you feel great, and when you don't work, you feel like you're never going to work again. I'm like, you're Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it gets harder, I think, when you get higher too, because especially when you get used to not just cost of living, but I think you get used to that frequency of being in the limelight.
Yeah.
And if that's what you've done it for, if you're not a Daniel Day-Lewis, right? You feel me? Or
wow, who is, right?
Yeah.
Like, or
exactly. Exactly. Thank you for calling me, because I was just like, damn, who else really? I mean, I was gonna say Benicio, but he's people that are their own brand.
Yeah.
You know, he'll still do he did. He's, you know, I don't want to say sold out, but you know, he did a lot of fucking films.
Once you create your brand, though,
your brand is your brand.
You are pigeonholed,
and it's hot.
Your brand.
And it's hot.
DDL gave him like the championship. He's like, I only do, and I'm done.
Look,
wait, I'm back.
But
now I'm done.
10 years and I'm back. 10 years and I'm back. Let me build some houses. Let me learn how to. What is he doing? He was cobbling shoes or some shit. Like my man was just like on another.
And the Academy goes, Daniel's coming back this year.
Oh yeah. We'll just put this off to the side.
He was a stonemason last year, but he's gonna win this year.
Yeah, man. So I have mad respect for him, and as I get into the industry more, I find more strength, because I think you get better with time, because what I've always said is I'm a people watcher and a people lover, right? And what that does for me is I have this sense of empathy that not only just to feel, but to experience. And I think those are two different things, because experience takes in so much more. And I really love understanding how and what. So I call it isms in voiceover. And when I do voice match work, I find the isms of those characters, the things that make them, the extras that they add at the end of sentences, the way they say the thing, how they even walk. Because what voiceover is acting without a camera. If you catch me in the booth, I'm doing this. I'm going ham in there. It's crazy. So it's very expressive, right? Just like, you know, when you feel that motherfucking lyric, I see you. You know, like you guys get into it. So there is something with that really helps me. So I've caught that vibe when I rehumbled myself. So you know, the fast forward to my on camera slowdown came in 2010. Bad breakup. Complacency was hitting. I had done a lot of work in my mid-20s where I had hit up most of the major networks with some great guest star work, some great television, and I was on it, right? I was getting requests. I was on a short list.
What did you like in that period?
Basically, the things that hit for me, I mean, some of the best work I did was Cold Case and Without a Trace. You know, I hit NYPD Blue before it knocked out.
Where did Red Sneakers come?
Oh, Red Sneakers. Oh, man. How dare I? Yeah, Reggie.
What is going on
Reggie.
here?
I you know
was
what?
kind of hoping to touch.
Hey, look. Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. Let's not forget about Reggie, because Reggie did a lot of great things for me.
Dude.
Reggie gave me a lot of confidence. I was 21 years old, man. And Reggie Reynolds, the Red Sneakers, was kind of this thing. You know how Tom Hanks, Robert De Niro, you know, these guys, they're in a lot of the same films?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's who they are in some degree. At least 75-80% of them is that guy.
Right.
They have that guy in them.
In a sense,
So-
you can say brand.
It's their brand. Yeah, their moniker of their steez is that guy, and most
and at
oftentimes
you may disagree because they casted Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, and I understand.
Dude, and I'm sure.
But in some ways, he
He's
can invoke that kind of emotion. But that's why you get those guys.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
DDL, Abraham Lincoln. Everyone knows Abraham Lincoln.
Dude.
Is just like.
But you can also appreciate the crazy he had to go ahead and be Gangs of New York. What was his name?
Bill the Butcher.
Bill the Butcher.
Yeah,
What a
man.
great performance. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get to talk about that later too. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Reggie was kind of like, that was me in a lot of ways at that time. Nice guy trying to figure things out, a little nervous, not sure if he can grab a hold of the power he's been grasping within him, and that was me coming up as an actor. And then here comes, rest in peace, Mr. Gregory Hines, who takes a chance on me, and I get this call back, and now I'm at this park playing basketball again. And I'm not gonna fuck this one up, right? So I'm at the park down the street from the Federal Building off of Wilshire, and I'm just like, we've got numbers on our backs, and we're cutting it up, and we're having a good time, and I get the phone call. I'm literally walking into a pilot audition for a show called Homeroom, where it was starring the guy who played from Police Academy with the big gun, Huckleberry. So he's the teacher in this, and I'm walking into CBS Radford when I get a phone call, and it's Gary Stevenson, who is the producer, and Gregory Hines on three-way. We're gonna make a beautiful Dempsey. We're gonna make a beautiful movie, my brother. And I was just like, forgot all my lines. Of course, because I'm spending 2 hours going over them again in my head as I'm driving to the audition. I just parked. It's pilot season. I'm hyped. I got like another audition later that week because it's a busy time and I'm killing the game. And this is 2000. And summer of 2000, I'm just getting done with a Nickelodeon show called No One Knows Best. Wasn't sure if it was coming back for a second season. I did 9 episodes out of 13 in Orlando, Florida. I'm living my best life. I'm collecting money from a Powerade commercial that you don't even see my face. Like this is what we call the golden era in the commercial industry because they played commercials a lot, right?
Yeah. Is this all thanks to like a certain agency or team at the time? Like,
because
it seems like there's like a momentum or timing.
It's more just momentum.
Yeah, momentum. Got it.
And so my agency they were a good agency. I think at that time, let's see, that was 2000. I was still with Bobby Ball, I believe.
Shout out Bobby Ball.
Yeah, shout out Bobby Ball, aka Defining Artist. I believe that's their name now. And then I was leaving, and I went to Osbrink, which is who I'm with now, still commercially.
Right on.
I've been with
Shout out.
Yeah, I've been with them. A long time.
What was the
Osbrink.
name?
They're awesome. Osbrink. Osbrink agency is awesome. They're my commercial agent. And so I spent 3 months in Orlando, Florida, sweating, working for Nickelodeon, but I had a pass to get into Universal Studios and living life. It was a great time. And then I get the job and I go to Toronto for a month. And it was amazing. November 7th, 2000.
In Toronto.
Woo, baby. Yeah. And that was like, whoa, boy.
Yeah,
but
leaves
now
were falling.
in Texas, and then California.
Yeah. Lake Charles. But I got family in New Orleans. But yeah, trust me.
Sorry,
No,
just
trust me
Louisiana,
though.
but
Trust me. It was a bit of a change because if you leave the,
Toronto's beautiful too. Yeah.
Oh my God, the leaves were just falling, and it just took a week, and it was just like the snow starts dropping, and I went from sticking my tongue out on locations. They're like, look at this guy. You never see snow. To and cut. Pocket warmers. Hot shots in my pocket. I'm wearing 2 layers of thermals.
Is that thermos fresh? Is hot
thermal, cotton thermal, and then my wardrobe. Yeah. And then we're playing basketball outside at a parking lot, or at a park, outside park. Yo, it was the coldest shit ever. It was like negative. Y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Yeah,
you got Michigan blood.
So I wanted you to keep talking about it.
Oh my God.
Because
I'm watching cabs
God.
spinning out,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, and it was ridiculous. And so I left the hotel one day without my toque, my hat.
Yeah.
My ears went from cold to hurting to numb.
Yeah.
By the time I caught a fucking cab 7 blocks, and I'd walk 5 of those 7 blocks. I
Your
got in that
nose?
cab for 2. I didn't give a fuck. Oh, it was just
It
like
starts like dripping.
I'm
and then
being
all of a
tough.
sudden
I'm
it's
being
just
tough.
frozen.
Hands. I'm just like I got my jacket, and I think I was already running late, so I didn't double back for the fucking. Did he even have the scarf? Literally get in the cab, and the guy's like, "Where's your hat?"
Oh, God bless the Canadians.
Yeah,
He
man.
worried about you.
I
He's
love
like,
him.
I need to
I
make
love
sure
him.
this.
All my Canadians in
Oh, hey
Toronto.
there, bud.
Shout out to T Dot.
Are you
Anyone from
feeling
Toronto?
all right there, bud?
Hey, bud.
Where'd your hat go?
Second meal
come you
when
don't
we were
have your
filming
hat?
out there was macaroni with ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
They got,
what is
you know,
this?
they're weird about the tomato
That's
thing. I don't know what's up
crazy.
with that.
Hey, but I laughed, and second bite, I was like, it's just not
Dude,
bad.
Yeah, dude, it's not bad. They also
I see what you've done here.
I see what you've done here.
ketchup Frito-Lay. They have ketchup Frito-Lays. They're so fucking good.
Couple things.
They're
Really?
literally a
Like
red
a bag of chips with it's a
yeah,
red
it's
bag?
not the flaming bag though. It's literally ketchup. Like the flavor is ketchup.
Okay.
Yeah,
They can
their,
have it, man. That's cool.
Their Taco Bells have French fries. They all have French
Hey, man,
fries.
but that's like New Mexico is known for green chili at every.
Pretty
you know?
much, right?
Yeah, fast
Plus,
food.
I
You get a
think
green chili
potatoes,
burger.
you know, keep people warm.
Louisiana drive-through daiquiris.
Drive-through daiquiri stands, Lake
New
Charles.
Jersey
Hey,
drive-through
we
State's got a thing.
Loophole, Louisiana is what it was called. For,
love
yeah.
it.
Yeah. You know.
When I
Everybody's
landed
got their
in Nashville, Hollis went, here you go. And I was like, right, Tennessee, open containers.
Yeah.
Nashville,
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Oh,
we're
shit.
driving with one. You're
Oh,
right. Yeah, we're
shit.
good.
You just be responsible.
Just
Yeah.
states.
You know, a little bit of swerve. Don't honk. You know what it
Bless
is.
America.
He overcorrected. He got back in his lane. Keep it moving. Don't be an asshole.
And Texas thing is don't do anything.
No, Texas thing is get the biggest truck and drive it on the road next to me.
Oh,
Hey,
they say actually get all the
depends-
guns. They say
depends-
get the most guns
yeah.
you
But
can
you're not
get.
gonna worry about anything because everybody's got one, so you're not gonna have any.
Oh yeah, they're
My
they're
friends they were talking
and
about
carry.
that. Over here, we honk at everybody. You're not gonna honk at it. You know, you call them the fuck. I'm yelling and flipping people. No, you don't do that shit in Texas.
You know what? You're right. There's
They-
also not so many people.
Yeah, they don't worry about that shit because they know he's probably got it. You know what I'm saying? He's probably carrying something.
That is true.
They
right?
know when things get
100%.
serious.
Oh,
and
trust
everything
me.
else
Trust
can
me.
slide.
I miss the people. I miss Houston. The
Yeah.
difference is the humidity.
yeah.
Trust me, because the
No.
people is different.
Yeah.
I remember
We know humidity.
Houston is different though.
It's
Houston's different than
100%.
Dallas, and Dallas is different than San Antonio
and then there's
and
Austin. Austin's an
Austin.
outlier because everybody
Oh,
loves
God.
Austin because
Everyone
it's an eclectic
loves,
mix.
yeah. Well,
that's
It's
where
an
everyone's
eclectic-
gone
Everybody,
to.
hey,
Hey man,
Right?
Amarillo has its own speed as well. Every place.
Amarillo is desolate. You know what?
Corpus-
It's probably changed. I haven't driven through it in a long.
Shout out
Is it
Corpus
70?
Christi, the worst place I've been. Right under Salton Sea.
It's next to the water, right? Doesn't it smell over there? Is that Corpus
It's like an
Christi?
oil
That was-
beach.
And that was I remember when
oil beach?
Corpus
not-
Christi is like an oil
with
beach.
the B. Damn it, I can't remember. Everybody used to like to go there. Now, damn it.
Oh, Texas.
Is Amarillo the 72-ounce steak?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
72
the top,
ounce
the little
steak?
top hat. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Corpus Christi is the gold.
Yeah, well,
God.
if you finish
Amarillo, the
it's
big Texan in Amarillo.
it's a salad, shrimp
Right off the
cocktail,
freeway, obviously.
baked
Oh, wow.
potato, and then a 72-ounce steak. In an hour, you get it for free.
Oh shit.
Fastest thing to ever eat it.
That
Cougar.
sounds like that place in Vegas where you have to you gotta hurt yourself.
I think
They
the
put
oldest
a
person.
medical gown on you.
There's like a 78-year-old couple that still do it. Well, they're probably like 500 now because they've been there in a while.
Well, you
But-
said Amarillo's nothing. They have a giant steak.
yeah, dude.
That's what they
Why
do.
do I know so
and
many
that's-
stats about that city?
Why do I know so many
know.
stats?
Because we went there.
Because we went there.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't. I
Lo-
missed that.
I was in Lubbock, Texas. Oh, God bless
yeah.
Texas.
Lubbock.
Okay, so actually back to Toronto.
Yep.
T-Dot.
Back to how cold it is, but you said Mr. Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
Greg Hines.
Can we
Yeah.
touch on that
That's
guy
pretty
for a
cool, bud.
second? Because
Yeah, man. He was an angel, man.
what a legend.
Yeah, legend in his own right, of course. So we all know him and love him. You know, his tap dancing days, White
Yeah.
Nights, the movie Running Scared. That was like one of the first things I said. I loved you in Running Scared. It was just like, but
He's like a national treasure in his
100%.
yeah.
100%. Danny Wooten is another fellow actor who was a dancer. Dule Hill from The West Wing, and obviously from Psych. You know,
Yeah.
was another under his tutelage. They had worked a lot together, and so Gregory touched a lot of lives. Savion Glover, very famous tap dancer, and you know, from Stomp and other shows. People
Wait.
definitely.
You don't tap, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That would have been amazing. I didn't
I
get
was
to add that to
thinking
the.
about it. I'm like, goddamn, does Disney not tempt him?
Yo, I trust me, man. That is
Because
the
I'm
one
like,
thing I
alright.
don't have.
Do you know
My
somebody
my father plays piano. You know,
Okay.
I played rubbing board with him. My father plays Zydeco music. He has a band and
Oh,
stuff. He
yeah.
was playing with for a long time. But
Zydeco
yeah, no
music.
tap, man. No tap. I didn't get in any tap. I didn't get to get that diversified as a young actor. Now these kids do everything.
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
Especially for them. You know,
Yeah.
Glee didn't help them. Glee's just like
None of that stuff helps.
None of that stuff helps. It's like now we got new standards. You got to be amazing. And what people don't get is actors, they have to have money. The
Yeah.
families have to have money in order to pursue this.
Yeah.
man. It's really, really
Dude.
hard.
Because you have to book that gig. That gig pays
Yeah.
and pays the whatever amount of
And
time.
it's whatever
That's-
classes you want to
Think
take.
about it.
man.
That's why I instantly had the
What a game.
parallel
It's a big
of
game.
taking your kid to a sport because my parents, I was always in soccer my entire life, dude. That's
Yeah.
still like cleats, shin pads, all that kind of.
That's a
like,
few $100
food and
right out
shit,
the gate.
Driving me hours to go to tournaments that I play,
Gas,
go to the
time.
next city. Yeah, like
Dude,
that shit.
You
is an
played soccer how
investment.
many years?
11.
Yeah, see?
And then I was lucky enough
Nah,
in the
man.
final like 5 years to be on a select team, so like I got free shit, but
I
still
didn't play enough sports.
dedicated.
I didn't play enough sports,
My
man.
mom was just as dedicated as I was because I'm not getting to practice without
Oh
her.
yeah, no, you're not. Yo, when I got that first car,
No sports.
72 Super Beetle. Boom. As soon as I got that license
72
with the
Super
fucking pea
Beetle.
shooter muffler on that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Dude,
That was
the
your first
best
car?
that was my first car. It was a hand me
That's why
down.
they call. So do you know the exhaust is the reason why they call it a Beetle? It's the whole reason why they even
Yeah.
got the name is because those little pipes they put on there.
Yeah.
It was a Beetle that was, I think it was in the same city it was created or something. It's like indigenous to that shit or
No shit.
maybe that's what Paul told me. That could be a lie.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
bing, bing.
Right?
Alright.
I can co-sign that. Oh man.
They finally retired me.
Shout out
I'm
to
finally
Paul.
retired.
Oh.
I am also retired. They gave me my stock. I have my
Oh, there you
stock.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cashed
y'all
out.
Put some time in.
I
Y'all
cashed
put some
out.
time in
Yeah.
shit. Free turkey coupons and shit.
Dude,
Hey,
I will know.
I missed that.
Chris Dodson was on episode 100. A
Oh, yeah,
bunch.
he was.
A
Yes.
bunch.
I
We had a
saw-
bunch of people here, and he was
shit.
kept
he
his
was
ass.
feeling great.
I bet he was.
So we
Oh, I
had-
bet he was. Did you have to look at him and say, "Hey, Chris"?
Not
we
that
didn't
bad.
want to.
No, okay.
We
okay.
just wanted.
No.
Just keep it coming. Keep it
Dude,
coming. Oh my
Something
god.
God bless
happened
Chris
when he
Dodson.
sat down.
Uh-huh.
He was at a table with like 3 other people.
He
and
was a representative at that point in time, brother.
Well, I feel like he like got into a groove of I have to listen. So like he like was in the conversation. There was no overtaking the conversation. He was in the conversation.
Nice. Well, I mean,
And-
because there was likeness there, right?
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, Craig was you were at the table with me, right?
At certain points, yeah. It
Yeah,
was a crazy night.
but-
5 hours we were broadcasting.
I was at
so,
the table
yeah.
for like 4 of them.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So
Oh,
I was
man.
in and
But
out.
it
I
was
was everywhere.
dude, oh man, the whole
That's
conversation with Chris,
hilarious.
I loved it because, like I said, he was in the conversation, but I also, like when things died down between whoever was around me, I just made sure to jab at Chris to make him just tell another story. And at one point, he's like,
Yeah.
"You don't want to work with me, man. I know your potential. You're not a worker for U-Haul. You fucking hate those people." I'm like, yes, I hate everyone. Please don't ever.
Dude, I
let
know
me
you don't
come
want to
back.
fucking do that, man. You're just a good guy. Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Shout out Dotson.
fucking love
We love him so
Love
much.
that dude,
Oh,
man.
Our
yeah.
booking agent is
It's
named
Chris Dodson.
Chris Dodson. It's him. We book shows under him.
He's done great work for us. He's done incredible work
He's done
for
incredible.
us.
We booked a tour under him.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and he doesn't take any commission. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's
But also, when you read the email,
because you got to have a booking agent.
when you read the email,
Hey,
you
man.
just think to yourself, what would
What would
Chris
Dodson
Dodson
say?
do?
Yeah, what would Chris Dodson do, bud?
What's my anchor line?
Wow.
I got
Nice. Full circle, see? That's how you do
I
that.
got
Hey,
this
let me
really
get
cool
let me
man,
get one anchor line just for that.
Like this guy, he's the front man. He really fucking just rips ass, dude. I swear to God. Like I've never seen another guy play a
Yes.
guitar like this. And then like, there's this bassist. He's got a beard, and I fucking love this guy.
And then you just have him sign the paperwork.
I love him.
You know what I'm saying?
I love him.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
And that-
allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's the
Allegedly.
best. That's the best.
But you know, when we book the forum, he can. He's still gonna run that location.
I like where your head's at.
He's still gonna-
We
he's
booked
still
the
gonna run
forum,
that
There
and
you
he's
go.
standing off stage, happy as shit. and be
Hey,
like,
God bless Bellator for keeping the forum alive.
Oh my God, good call.
For real, because
Yeah.
they're keeping that one. And PFL, I think, have done a show or two there. Anyway, that's dope. Chris
Yeah, when
Dodson.
Dotson's on the side of the stage
Right
when we're
on,
playing
Chris
the
Dodson.
forum, he's gonna be like, That's the reason why I sent all those emails,
That's why
man.
these guys send those emails, man. Well, yeah, because these guys are really good. They're talented. They're hard workers. They don't want to be working for me.
He told us a great story about Dr. Mo. He went to a show with Dr. Mo to obviously Roger Waters.
Yeah, it was.
And
Yes.
Dr. Mo got fucked hammered and was just could not handle control in any way. Yeah.
That's great.
It was fantastic. And I was like, I have not heard this about Dr. Mo.
Yes.
Thank you. That's
And
great.
Dodson's just
Everybody's got one of those
dude.
stories.
Yeah.
Mose is a big old
Mo's
guy.
a big man. Yeah, you can't tell Mo get down off the speaker.
Oh, dude, I will say he looks great. He has been training with a fucking
yeah.
UFC fighter.
Yo,
He's
I
getting
remember.
hit.
Yeah.
He should not.
He's
be
getting hit.
I told him to come train with me. He
But-
wanted to do some pad work at the house, but we haven't done it in a while. So
Yeah,
I know
he's
he's been
slim
going
as
back
shit,
and forth to the
dude,
gym.
like-
Good, dude.
Wait, Mo's or Dotson?
Dotson.
Dr.
Dotson.
Mo.
Right? Oh, Dr. Mo. Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh, so he's
sorry.
training at UFC gym too?
No.
He just has a
Dr.
buddy.
Mo
He's got a
is-
buddy who's training with a fighter. His buddy's a fighter. Fuck yeah, Mo. What's cracking, man?
Yeah.
He's like,
But he's-
I'm getting hit. It hurts.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Well, yeah,
He actually-
because your buddy needs a sparring partner,
Yeah.
Mo, and that's what it
He
is.
showed us a
dog.
video. He's like, this is me getting hit in the face. And he's just getting hit in the
This
face.
ain't me working out. This ain't me working out. This is me getting hit by a man who's trained how to hit people.
trained
Not hard.
fighter, yeah.
Dodson's been running like a motherfucker. That was his thing. Even when I was working there,
He's
still.
running?
Yeah, he's
Good.
just that's.
I need a running part. That'd be good. I'll go do a run with him because I know he still stopped drinking, right? He's not really, or at least not, he's not. He's
I don't
doing just
know.
wine, right?
I mean, at the party
I don't
that I
know.
saw.
At the parties that I've been at, that he's been at,
I don't know
Jack
what the fuck.
Daniel,
Jack
Dak Jagnels has
Jack
been here.
Daniels is his
He did
buddy.
bring some Dak. Yeah.
Dude, I like this Jack Dagnalls. No, not that bad. But
No,
anyway,
but yeah.
that's what he's drinking.
Yeah.
But when I was
good,
at
though.
U-Haul, he was not drinking that much, and he was just hitting,
Yeah, no, I
running
know.
a lot, and also
He's
with the
just
fucking
being super
kiddo,
dad.
bud.
Yeah, he's just being super
He's
dad.
being
Super
super
dad.
dad.
That's
You
the
know
best
what I'm
part
saying?
His
about it.
posts are
Love
so
being
great,
super
right?
dad,
With
man.
his
It's
It's
daughter.
one of
I
those
love
things,
it.
just like how much he loves his kid is awesome.
Yeah, man.
I think everyone knew once, like, oh, there's going to be a baby. Like, he's going to eat this
Oh,
child.
yeah.
He's
Oh,
going to
all the
absorb.
love.
Yeah.
all the
Oh, my
love. He's
God.
he's
All the
that
love
dude.
to him,
Oh,
Yeah.
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 to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Shout out Chris Dotson. Okay.
Serious. Because we don't want to talk about the other side of that
Yeah, we're at the bleep this too.
equation. Yeah.
Okay, so then somewhere in the middle of a bunch of Screen Act, and then now coming into more Screen Act, right?
Yeah.
Shout out LaLa Land, right?
Yeah, that was so the funny story there is, and how that coincides for me is with that time off that I took in 2015 when I came back. I re-humbled myself, right? So I went from having a lead in a film with major celebrities, Vince D'Onofrio, hanging out, telling stories with him in between takes, Gregory not only being in the film but directing it, like having that experience as a young man, then doing all this television work. When 2010 hit, I just kind of, boom, I slid back. I didn't re-sign with my manager at the time, didn't re-sign with my agent. Excuse me. I just didn't like just the way things were going, and I kind of had a vision, but you can't choose. You can't really pick and decide. You
Well, how
kind of
many
have-
years were you like running at that point? Like just running?
I was killing it for probably close to 10 years. And then, you know what I mean?
It's a
Just-
different schedule,
It's a
man.
different schedule. I've got auditions left and right. I had little side jobs here and there. And so I just saw a friend of mine who I hadn't seen in close to 20 years. And he was like, man, you would run the streets, you'd have a little fun with us here and there, but you always left early. You always took care of your shit. He's like, looking back, you always were able to and that was the thing, is like I was able to manage. I was kind of a chameleon in some ways because I could handle things, but I saw 3 and 4 steps ahead. I've always been big on micro and macro mindset. So I always knew like I have this
that double
ability.
life, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have this ability,
Yeah.
so I'm going to go do this, but I'm going to have fun.
You have 2 wives.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love them both.
Yes.
Right? Because one keeps me grounded and the other one allows me to venture and explore and create.
This one you pay the electric bill.
This one I pay
This
the
one-
Yeah, exactly. And this one allows me to just float in the clouds and discover like everything about myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So being grounded in that sense was fun for me. And so when I took that time off, it was like, okay, let me just focus on my voiceover career.
Yeah.
This is what's been paying me. Auditions and then callbacks, they weren't turning into bookings. I couldn't
Yeah.
get out of my head. I just getting out of this bad relationship where I was trying to figure things out. And so I really was like, that was a hard decision, because then you've got other actor friends who are like, hey man, so what's been going on? Like, because they'll see me at commercial auditions, but not at on-camera theatrical auditions. And so that was this thing of
there's a whole circuit of people that you. I mean,
100%.
even like after auditions, you'll go have drinks with the same people that you saw last week.
You know, and it's like, but a lot of times I would jet back to OC, and so I remember I would go through this like, because I would just get so, you know, my creative spirit. I'm going back to like, it's just like I don't really have anybody that connect. All my people are back here, so my vibes weren't getting completely exercised out. I have my martial arts, and that's great. You know, taking care of the fam and doing my thing. But I was single, so I didn't really have like this relationship to tie me down into. Being a picky ass Virgo has caught me up a lot of ways to where I'll be 42 on Friday, and now I'm, you know, and I'm seriously, man.
What?
I know. Yeah, man.
Friday,
Happy 27th.
Birthday.
Thank you, man. Yeah,
Dude.
Is there? I mean, I'll drink to that, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah. So I basically said, you know, let me focus on what's been paying my bills, what my love is, and what I'm getting stronger in. So I have a gravitas, right? I have some mic technique, but not a lot. I have the ability to really tell stories. So that's
it's a different art form, though, right?
It is, and I figured that out and was able to kind of manage that through. So I wasn't booking a lot of like, you know, ad stuff, like commercials.
If I could, right? Because we'll definitely get back into like the art of like treating a microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like
all
you're like,
stuff.
Where am I? Can I hear my? Well, I want to get into that, but real quick, with all the like calls and set life and being on screen, hair and makeup, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Which vacuum, because all that shit runs. If CBS is doing that production, you know it's going to be on this set with these people at this time doing exactly this. If it's a movie in Toronto, you're like, all right, well, let's see who the main contact is and see how this thing runs, right?
Yeah.
So jumping into a new situation every time you have to perform or do a job, and just kind of like adjusting to brand new variables.
Okay, yeah, that was so. Okay, so for on camera, it was always I had this knack for talking to everybody
because you read the room real fast.
I read rooms. I know. So you get the pecking order. You got your first AD, your second AD, props, wardrobe. So I was always known for just like talking to people. I wouldn't spend a lot of time in my trailer. I like to talk to everybody on set.
I'm sure everyone on the crew loved you.
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
Smile alone.
Hey, right? But no,
like, I want to talk to this guy.
You have to, because they're all what I called it controlled chaos. That's what I liked about film and television.
That's it, isn't it?
And being a piece of the puzzle. And I like it when the puzzle comes together. So I liked talking to the camera guy, the sound guy, you know, because they're doing their best not to look the actors in the fucking eyes. They're following the rules, right? Without a trace. I was playing a character who was pretending to be someone else because he was hiding from the law. So he was a kid who was hiding from cops, and so he decided to hide in the military. And I remember specifically that day we had a heavy scene where I'm talking to a lawyer, and they had put these foam things in my mouth and gauze and changed my makeup and had my character had braids. And so they put this hat on me and shaved his head, right? And I remember the guy wouldn't look at me, the boom guy. And it was because it was a heavy scene. It was our close-ups. And I went up to him and I said, "It's okay. You can talk to me." And he fucking laughed, you know. And so I would just like I like to have moments with people, right? So the PAs I vibe with, you know, shouts out to my buddy Stan Benjamin.
That's the full experience thing you're always talking about.
100%. Yeah. Because I want to feel everything, you know? And so I liked that moment. And as a buddy Stan Benjamin, who was a PA, I had an Oakwoods apartment in Orlando, Florida, doing that Nickelodeon show that was paid for, right? Yeah. I have a rental car. I have per diem. Yeah. Like, I'm 21 years old, living my best fucking life. Like, that's when I started to play golf. You know, I put all that Tiger Woods shit I heard in high school to use. So now I'm out there sweating my ass off in the humidity in Orlando in the summer.
Like, fuck, he's
I was
good.
in Orlando in the summer. Fuck that. That shit was hard, man.
Wait, the ball doesn't even travel that far.
Because you're constantly slapping the mosquitoes off. Even though you swing the
It's bouncing off the bugs and going into the sand.
The fog that's rising from the ground is pushing back on your ball and just goes straight up
and it's
down.
Raining. And it's sunlight out.
Dude, it's probably what makes you so good, though, is like going around and talking to everyone. Like, you know what might make like the cameraman zoom in on you a little better is like him having any type of like
making sure
personal
I get a
experience with
good,
you.
making sure I get a good camera
But
movement.
if he goes like,
you
hold
never
on
know.
one
It's
second,
full
and
circle.
he goes like this, like 1 inch, and you're like, well, that's the fucking angle I needed to make it better.
It's full circle.
You have a guy
sometimes.
doing sound where it's like, oh, he got it close enough to me. I
You'd
don't
be
have to do
amazed what a
voiceover,
14-hour workday will do.
Yeah.
And you just talking to the crew. Gregory on Red Sneakers. We had 300 extras. They hadn't been fed second meal yet. They were getting unruly.
Yep.
The crew was already upset.
Yep.
We're outside. We're on location at a college that shut down for us to film the championship scene for that basketball set for the championship game. He had to have a meeting that day because crew were already upset with each other. And we still hadn't even done a camera reposition, which means all of
natives,
the extras
yeah.
have to get pushed on the other side of the room for the camera angle so we could shoot all of the principal photography and close-ups from the other angle. They're tired.
Yeah.
I'm taking a shit. And the producer's like, hey, Dempsey, I don't know what I ate the night before. I did my best to be responsible. And I didn't do my
You
I
didn't
did
get
my,
Indian food, dude? In
I'm making sure not to have too many drinks. I'm playing 14 hours a day in Chuck Taylors. They have insoles in them,
God.
No,
but my
man.
feet were beat up.
I
I'm
currently have
icing-
flat feet from years of
You know,
Chucks.
you know what
It's-
band's soaring? Chuck Taylor.
You feel me? And they think it's the coolest thing, right? It's the
Yeah.
culture, but that shit is terrible. So we're on hardwood floors, and I'm playing. Everybody else has got regular basketball shoes, but obviously they're cutting for me. But I'm still working my ass off. So I get
Just
home.
standing and walking, dude.
I have a little drink, I get in the tub, Epsom salt baths every night.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And,
Get ready for the next day.
Oh, dude.
You're the talent, bro.
But Gregory went and calmed everybody down. That's where I gave him the nickname Captain Charisma. And he talked to everybody, and he calmed them down, and it was beautiful. And that same day, I had to do an electronic press kit. So we had people come and interview us. EPKs, right?
Yeah.
So, boom. So I got to hear some of the stuff, and he's just talking me up. And it was just beautiful because this is his second film he's ever directed. And I'm the star. And it was just like, it felt so good. And so then when you learn who's the other guy they almost cast, Garakai, very good actor. He was in the film Clock Stoppers. Garakai is darker skin, a little taller, and he's got braids. Or he had locks. Actually, his hair was locked.
He's
It wasn't
Tory
braids.
members.
He had locks.
No, as like an inside actor who like looks at it, he's like, here's how he's different from me, specifically in the way that it looks on film.
That just lets you know.
Yes, yeah, that's
so
hilarious.
He killed it, right?
Yeah.
We both killed it. And I'm gonna give you another example. But I got the role because I fit the look. And that's what it is. A lot of times in Hollywood, they don't know what they want until they see it. They already have a vision. They've already written this character to look like this because they know what that, especially now, everything's an equation. They know what that's going to garner fan-wise.
Yeah.
They know what that's going to get them because of all these shows that cross over. Garakai killed it, but just like I killed this episode of The Practice where I turned down a Honda commercial that I booked. I turned it down because they were going to film the same time as this episode of The Practice.
Yeah.
The beauty of the industry is they understand your theatrical career is more important than your commercial, right?
Yeah.
They understand we do commercials to make money,
Ah,
right? Unless you are just a commercial actor because you're a nurse on the side or a teacher or a homemaker. There are amazing women that are out there, amazing men that
what
are
an
out there.
incredible circuit, right?
It's
Right.
an amazing thing
Each-
because they understand
because there's
a
commercial,
dynamic,
there's movie, there's TV,
there's TV,
and there's voice.
and
I
there's
want to talk
voice.
about all these different.
It's amazing how
Yeah.
we have all these facets. So it depends on what you really want to do, and they held out for me because Practice gave me 3 callbacks. I went to that second and third callback with a cracked tooth because I had an accident in construction where I fell off of the rung of some scaffolding and cracked my neck like this. I had no curvature in my neck.
Not the best smile.
Dude, I get this adjustment and massage. It freed up all the nerves that this accident had locked up in my neck and spine.
Jeez,
So I got
were
an
you just
adjustment
caught for a while or
Nope.
something.
I literally fell, boom, stunned, sat there working non-union with Chris Dotson's dad. I did construction for Chris Dotson's dad.
Shout out
year.
Chris Dotson's dad.
Shout out Chris Dotson. Shout out Mike Dotson. Fellow Virgo. And actually, his birthday's tomorrow, I think. And we went home because we were like, hey, we got to get out of here because, we smoked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They might
Yeah.
think that there's a problem. But no,
Yeah.
the plank gave out because it wasn't fastened enough on the sides. And so I ended up getting an adjustment, and all of those nerves got released from that adjustment. I woke up in the middle of the night the day before that callback, and all the pain synapses were allowed to fire through on all those nerves. I have a high tolerance for pain. I woke up at 2 a.m. just going, headache, mouth on fire. Catch me eating BC powder on the way to Manhattan Beach Studios for that callback. And I still got a third one. The reason I didn't get the job comes back to Garakai and me as Reggie Reynolds. They couldn't believe me as a crack dealing gangbanger who shoots a pregnant woman accidentally. Because the archetype in Hollywood at the time still was dark skin, bad guys, and that's that whole thing there, light skin, dark skin. There's a weird thing. So there's I didn't look, and also look at me. I don't really
Hashtag viewer demographic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
dude, you look like Reggie.
I look like Reggie, right? So they're just like, damn, we just can't believe it. But they love the read. Call my manager. Shouts out Judy Landis, who I need to check on her soon. She was an old manager of mine. She represented Camille Winbush on the Bernie Mac show. Side note, I got to meet Bernie Mac. He goes,
Bernie Mac. Dempsey
Dempsey Pappion, nice to meet you. Good to be Mac. That was how he introduced himself. It's good to be Mac. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. Some of my bitches. So I called them back, and Judy calls Honda back, and they go, we were holding out for you. They hadn't called their second choice yet. I still got to do the Honda commercial.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? That was great.
Yeah.
There's a side story on the Honda commercial that I'll tell you later off air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buddy. B-roll, bitches.
He's slamming diamonds.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so then you mentioned a couple times horrible breakup. I don't know if I want to like dig, but
We
I
can
kind of want to dig.
Yeah,
I
dig
kinda
a
wanna
little.
dig.
Dig a
Yeah.
little. We're here.
How long were you with this person? And
32 years.
32.
Yeah, and it was weird because we never had sex.
Yeah, he was 10.
32 years. yeah, he was 10. It's a different time, man. You know, kids wouldn't understand this shit. So that was a tough one because it was actually, we've known each other. I knew her uncle. Her uncle was a friend of mine. Rest in peace, Marvin. It's so much death. You know, it's unfortunate. Carry over. It's we're at that age.
The
that's
more
everywhere,
people
you know
you
what I'm
know, the more people will die that you
100%.
know.
Yeah,
Look at
Charlie
that.
Watts, dead today. R.I.P. Charlie. My favorite band, the Rolling Stones. Their drummer died.
Your favorite drummer by
I just
default.
saw that.
No.
You saw them live.
Yeah, I did.
You saw Charlie.
Yeah, dude, Charlie was awesome.
Yeah, actually,
the
we're gonna.
clip you posted
I
was
saw that on,
today. The clip that you posted was a great clip by him.
Oh,
where,
so good.
Where it's like the consummate musician that, even though he was in a band that was like the greatest,
Dude,
the greatest
right?
rock
He's
and roll
playing
band or whatever.
Wembley at 19 with like
Holy shit.
600,000, but
just
like
changing like the course of everything, like having so many hits.
he's
and
in
being
his
this good.
he's in his late 70s, and he
I
says,
saw the photo and it said Charlie Watson. I didn't read the full.
"Oh yeah, he died at 80." Yeah, but like the clip that I found of him,
There we go.
he's
Yeah.
just talking about drummers, and he's in his like easy mid 70s at this point. It's like for one of the tours that they're about to do, and they're like talking to Charlie about playing drums, and he's like, I've made quite a living on playing drums, and it's like clips of him like playing giant stadiums.
It's like
and
worth
he's
like
like
$300 million or something.
He's like, what you find, like, I'll go to a club in New Orleans, and I'll find someone who's just just a fantastic drummer, just way better than me. Or I'll go see one of the greats, like like a Mayfield or something, and just see them do their craft. And
Mayfield.
Curtis, drummer.
Oh.
Yeah,
Curtis Mayfield?
I don't think it's Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
said
say-
like a real jazz, like Hayward.
Whoever it was. He also said the Louisiana thing, like you find a drummer who's playing to his family with his five other friends on
people.
stage, and he's like finding inspiration from that, finding that like there's no, if you're ripe, you're rotten. You can't.
Ooh.
You just need to keep evolving.
But then
I
you go,
love us.
but then you go see an
Man.
all-time master, and then you see that, and you go, I'm never going to be that good.
Yeah, Charlie Watts
And he's
was
in his
never
70s.
an
He's in his
animal,
70s.
Yeah,
but
no.
he's like a great jazz drummer. Like he played on so much shit that you don't
Do you
even
ever
know.
wonder the amount of time, like no matter the medium,
Way
but
better
just
than what's his name from the Beatles?
Ringo,
Let's go.
come on.
Anyway,
I
sorry.
love it. Hey, that's called a jab. That's called the jab.
That's a right
That's
hook.
that's a
right
jab. You woke you up. You're not out. You're not out. You're still standing.
That
Look
was
at you.
really
Head
Right
back
hook
laughing.
doesn't take me out.
Oh, he telling me he got a chin on him. That was nice though. Hey, so this was Charlie Watts when I did that thing with the Grammys for the Rolling Stones. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
He was the one that gave me the most shit. Him and Dotson, because y'all are rock and roll. That's y'all thing.
the
And here-
handoff.
Oh,
Here I am.
fucking forgot you got the hand on.
Got the hand up. Okay, all right.
So we're gonna talk about that real quick.
Please,
yeah,
yes.
buddy.
Please.
So you know how that came about was a print agent, and we're gonna get a refill here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Wait, can you talk about
Okay. And then we'll bring it back to
because
that.
I'm going to talk
Talk about
about
your
that.
mom's cooking.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to have any of the other stew though.
I know.
Yeah,
It's been
so
a
you had
while.
the chicken
It's been a
soup. You
while.
had the chicken soup. Okay, so mom's just she made some goat stew.
Fuck
Yeah, she made some goat stew. Oh, real quick, because remember all the time I took off from eating red meat and you gave me so much shit
dude,
and you called me less than a man. Remember all those times where I questioned my friendship with Nick because he hit me with some shit that I wasn't ready for and it let me know we were close. Because I was like, you just disrespected my manhood, bro. I think we're really, really close friends. I was like, he goes,
you know
yeah.
me, you know me as a way nicer person.
I
than
know.
what these
Trust
people
me,
know
exactly.
Me as.
And I loved it when you finally fucking let that shit down.
I fucking jab at everyone on this podcast, but my friends, I like to
Oh,
have fun
100%.
with. So,
and I appreciated it. It was just like, it was one of those moments you're like, all right, motherfucker,
Dude,
I see you.
yeah, I had to-
Yeah.
I had to-
He's like, so wait, what? You don't have any balls?
We were
I was like, you
we were
motherfucker.
in my room at my old fucking place, and I was sitting in my
When I
computer
told
chair
you, you're
this,
like,
and I was like, wait, what?
What? You're like, I just watched you fucking come with me to Jeans and wolf down all kinds of shit. What the
Like
fuck are you
fucking
talking about?
Prime Rib or
Yo, let's talk about was it two made?
Tomb.
The tomb that he made with that.
Yeah.
Holy
I can,
shit.
dude. That is
Have you
something
got it down?
also- No, it is.
How is Gene, by
three-
the way?
Oh,
You
might
guys
have
talk?
to go off there, but anyway,
Okay.
he's doing
Okay.
good.
He's doing good.
Tomb is 3 ingredients:
Yes, olive oil,
garlic,
garlic,
and a little bit of lemon.
a little bit of lemon. It's the whipping that takes.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why it's such a. It's almost like baking in
That
a
was
sense.
a good night, man. I'm never gonna
Dude.
forget that
Oh.
fucking night, boy. Hey,
Lamb.
we had the beer fucking game. We were guessing the beer. We had the hammer and the nail, the
Oh,
nail
yeah.
in the fucking log and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Stump.
Stump. It was the stump. Thank you.
Yeah.
And literally, what
Big
did we
shit.
have? What was it? What was it? It was lamb chops inside, but the fucking shrimp was it? It wasn't the crawfish night. It was another
I
seafood.
was gonna say I fucking don't know. I've done so many.
I know.
Which
I
one
know.
were you a
I
part
know.
of? If we did Tomb, it has to be.
It was lamb chops.
Lamb.
It
Yeah.
was lamb, yeah.
It has to be probably like lamb lollipops
It was lamb lollipop.
or
yes.
the T-bone lambs.
No, it was the lamb lollipops.
Yeah. So
Yep.
just tons of them.
Oh my god, that
And
shit
then
was
probably
so
grilled
fire.
carrots.
That shit was so fire.
Fuck.
That shit was bomb.
Do we?
man.
Yeah. Oh.
Good time.
It's been a while since we've done. Those are called graboozins.
Graboozins, thank you. Yeah,
It's
shout
been
out.
a hot minute since we've done.
Shout out to
them.
the graboozins.
We really want to hit crawfish again, but we have to wait until season again.
Yeah,
And we
look-
literally, because of COVID, just got pushed off. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let everybody figure their stuff out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I didn't realize with Ashley, her parents are a little older, so I didn't get my vaccine until like last month. So they didn't want to hang out with me.
Yeah,
So
that's been a
little,
weird
like,
one. That's been a
yeah.
weird one because I respect everybody that's got the shots. I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not. You
dude,
know.
I don't give a.
You right?
I don't. I got forced by my work,
Dude,
my government job.
that job, they forced you.
Well, pretty much in a sense, yeah.
Oh shit.
That and then just like seeing everyone else just say the same shit, like, "Oh, why don't you fucking have?" And I'm just like,
Yo, I work in the industry, and that was one of the things that I was talking to people about. I was like, I don't like the way it's being pushed right now. It's just the mandates is another
Yeah.
thing because that's now it's actually we're finding out all this extra stuff after the fact. So I'm hoping that we
Yeah.
can figure some things out to where the mandates aren't necessary because now they're trying to push a bill now that you can't even fly domestic in America if you don't.
I'm sure
I'm
it's
like-
gonna fucking go through, and you're gonna get forced to do it.
I'm like, what?
And I had let's see, one family member, undisclosed, got Bell's palsy.
I have a couple people that are still numb, dude.
Yeah.
I have a friend who
According
vaccinated
to
her
Paul,
kids.
which could be a lie or not, his wife lost her hearing or something for a couple days.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
And then when I got J&J,
Okay.
and
Before after they fixed the heart inflammation thing or whatever. Yeah.
before I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I got it after. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like Rocky.
Yeah. Got your
But
superpowers and shit.
I got it at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was at work.
It kicked your ass the second shot, just like everybody, right? Or you-
No,
oh, J&J's
J&J's
the one to
one.
double up. Yeah,
One and done.
yeah.
Well, the lady tells me, she's like, it shows on here that you could have possibly already had it. And I was like, yeah, my girlfriend, back before it all became a huge craze in January,
Yeah.
got sick for 3 weeks. And there's no way not to get sick. Like, I live with her.
Yes.
So I got sick like a motherfucker, too. And she goes, well, if you've already had it, then there's a
You have the
possibility you're
antibodies.
going to have a stronger reaction to this shot.
Dude.
You can leave in 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. That night, I was like, I run really hot. I'm just a fucking
Same here.
nuclear power plant,
Facts.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, when Homer Simpson's fumbling the green thing, dude, hot. Like, Megan goes, babe, do you want something? I'm like, oh, and she's just
You
grabs
like
some,
give me lots of ice.
face towel, gets it soaking wet, and puts it on my head.
Yeah. Oh, we did it. We polished the bottle.
Hey. But yeah, she puts it on my head, and then I was like, oh my God, I need this so bad. So after it stopped getting too wet, I just started rubbing it on my body. And like, so then I'm the only guy in my whole job at that point. I just relocated, cut all my employees, restarted.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy at my government job. So I'm like, I have to go in. My boss made me get this.
Damn it.
And I'm just fucked. I've not slept well.
I have a friend who's a nurse who's scared because she has a heart condition.
Dude.
She doesn't want to get it.
Second night, same thing. I'd have it again. But after then, all the bad things went away.
things went away.
What
Thank
happened,
God, dude.
and I still have it, is like, I am super tired all the time.
That's my buddy.
Like,
he doesn't have his wind back
dude,
after getting the shot, and I'm like, what?
Luckily in the
I'm like,
gym,
God
I'm still
damn
good.
it.
I was worried about that too. My cardio.
Okay, thank
I'm good.
God,
I've been doing like 50 minutes cardio. That's what all I've been doing. Just fat. Anyways.
Holy Lord, my guy. Give me take. Cheers, motherfuckers. You make me speak in different accents. God damn it. I like this.
But just like 11 o'clock rolls around and like
baby.
I'm in bed, dude.
I should be in Vegas, like winning. We're going to talk about that.
Vegas
Hey, because your boy's feeling it now. Drink number 3.
The night is young.
Yeah. But I'm still present. But I know he's already ready. He's got some doozies set up.
How
I
many
fucking know.
names are we gonna get out of him tonight? We
Some
had to
zingers,
We had to
boy.
bleep the earlier ones.
For real,
but
hey.
if he doesn't,
I'm
tell
ready.
us no.
You could do a compilation of like, here's the good shit. We'll do that. That'll be. Yeah. And then I fucking smacked. I pulled it out of her. You know what I mean? Like what? Wait a minute. Where's Reggie at?
The whole screen's black.
Reggie's a nasty mother. Like, why do I automatically go to the gutter? What is
The
wrong with me?
YouTube video just goes blurred. Like,
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can still hear
It's
it.
done,
It
it's
just
done.
goes. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
see us.
Oh, yeah.
As if it's.
He's taking his shirt off and now he's spitting everywhere. We're gonna sanitize
I
everything.
think he's on top of the table.
I think he's on top of the table.
I
It's
can't
sturdy.
tell. It sounds like he is.
So
Yes.
you wanted to talk about.
Thank you for
Oh,
reminding me.
we were supposed to talk about your mom's cooking. and
Mom's cooking.
Nothing
Yeah,
happened.
can you do that? Because I got to do something real quick.
Yeah. So basically, the goat stew is like the one, and like she's loving that. We go to the Asian market. She gets like all the goods.
Is
so
it?
It's this, the base for that one is
Because what do you get? What do you get from goat? Ground? Do you get legs? Do you get?
no. She chops it
steaks?
up. It's like chunks. It's
So like
a
stew meat, kind
the
of.
stew meat
Okay.
is chunks of stew meat, you know,
Yeah.
because it's not too fucking like you'll get some lean chunks here and there, but the rest is like mixed all together because it's not like a big
Who
fucking
cares?
So
Stew, you
she
need
gets
flavor,
that.
so.
A lot of the base stews you can compare to was this Filipino cat that I saw, and it's comparable because right they were Spanish ruled, tomato base. And it's tomato, curry, onion, garlic, tomato paste, tomato sauce, and oil. You boil it all together, and that's the soup.
Yeah, I think goat is usually always red based.
Yes. And so she'll make that, but that's also the catfish stew. I mean, it's the same stew that she makes for like it's either beef, goat, or fish.
I think
You guys had like a regular, just a soup that she made. It was just a basic
it was
ass
a fish one, and
Yeah.
it was also
and a chicken one.
it was the first time
It was with bok choy and celery and
I ever
carrot.
had the like reconstituted fish.
Yes.
Right? Like I've never had that in my life. Like,
Yes.
I probably have, but just
Yeah.
never like made from home.
Yeah.
It's not just a restaurant you go to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something else that like blew my mind because I was like, I thought like this just would taste bad.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I was like, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah. I brought y'all a big old bowl because I was just
Yeah.
like, hey, Mom, you got the fresh soup. I told Nick that I was going to bring some over. She goes, oh.
Yeah.
So then she's like, all right, because it's like, she loves fucking Nick,
Yeah,
dude.
I
So,
love his mom.
and she'd only got to meet you guys a few times. She only met you once, I think.
know.
Was it Dotson's party?
Yeah, Dotson's
At Dotson's party, yeah.
At
I know.
Dad's house.
Nick has this whole circuit of like
I know, you're-
moms that just
I know.
are
That's
obsessed with
I
him.
play the
Yeah.
game, dude.
goes.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
how,
he
you know how
knows.
you walk into a
Yeah.
room? The easiest way to satisfy a room is to like go say hi to the mom.
You always hit the matriarch, always.
The matriarch always wants to hear more from her son.
100%.
So if
And
you
because
go in there,
the son, we don't give up enough information as
No.
far as they're concerned.
You're just like,
so when the
"Nick's
friends
my
are around,
friend."
they get to learn more about their kids.
yeah,
right?
that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Like all she heard was, "Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm hanging out with Nick or something." And then finally, when she gets to meet me, and then I'm just like, well, this is time just to shine.
Well,
real
it
quick.
helps that I talk you up, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's not
wow.
like Nick's some fucking
Why
jerk
can't-
off that I go hang out with. No, Nick's a cool ass dude. We did, I got to, it's fucking awesome. I'm happy for whatever.
You know what?
Yeah.
You could have actually said, "Oh no, Nick's coming tonight. You're not gonna like him.
Yeah.
He's done this. He does
I
drugs,
still would've
and
won
then
your mom over.
still would have.
No,
Still would
Yeah,
have.
it didn't matter.
Yep.
I don't think it mattered.
Nope.
Dude, I
He-
bet 100.
I like that you know that.
on the mom game, he's
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
has crafted
So, I
it,
got
if
written
you
up
will.
back like fucking 15 years ago, Dempsey. For our band, No One Goes Home.
You got
I got
written
written up in like Alternative Press magazine. It's like the top.
I'm thinking
10,
a job written up.
The top. No.
No,
I'm like, what'd you do?
No,
a
an
write-up.
article. It was
There we
the
go.
top 10 people to bring home to your mom, and I was number 7 in a group of really good guys. But I just would be out here at like Chain Reaction when we'd be promoting shit,
That's
and like I go talk to the mom.
You always had the yeah. So you know how to like. Oh, okay. I see the family.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Family. Yeah.
Easiest way to get in, dude.
Smart.
You just make sure that the mom knows that you're not. I'm not like going to bring
And
your
you're not full
daughter
of shit. You're a
home.
good dude.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a what a
Your dog
predator.
loves you.
I'm
That tells me a lot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, my little puppy dog.
Little bitch right there. She's so cute. A little bed. Hey,
No.
baby.
We know, but yeah, your mom's cooking is amazing. You brought
Thank you.
at one point every time you came over my house, you would
I
bring me
did
food.
bring food. Yes.
I just gave you back the Tupperware.
There's a bok choy and beef that she was going off for a while, and she made a General Tao's chicken once.
Mm-hmm.
No, not once, a few times. And that sauce, she figured out the sauce,
dude.
and it's. I swear to God, you grab that and she'll fry the whole fucking thing, flip it over multiple times in the big fucking wok, right? And she just goes off and she'll learn the recipe. Let her taste the fucking sauce. Mom's is like, I'm gonna try that sauce.
Oh.
Killer Shrimp. You ever heard of Killer Shrimp? You guys
No.
been there? It's in Marina Del Rey. It's a great place to go
Heard
to.
of.
They have a broth that they fucking marinate for 24 hours. And you either have it over rice with the shrimp in the shells, or with pasta. And you just peel it and you have it with the baguette bread and dip it in that sauce. She tried to make her own fucking Killer Shrimp marinade. That place is amazing. But that General Tso's chicken, is it Tao's chicken?
I think it's
Sao.
Sal, thank
Sao.
you. TSAO, yes.
The
I
cheese
just
style.
shred up and dip. Oh my.
over and over.
And it's just like, it reminded me of being a kid coming in from playing outside and drinking Kool-Aid before putting the
Oh,
sugar
yeah,
in the
right.
fucking pitcher. You just stir it and you drink like half the pitcher
Yeah.
without fucking adding the sugar because like you're still sweating and you're just like, you know what I'm saying? Your friends are outside waiting.
It's gotta be blue raspberry and get out of here, dude.
Oh, blue raspberry. Nah, I was wild cherry all day as a kid. Wild
I mean,
cherry.
they were still good. They were all
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
good.
They're all good. Come on, it's fucking Kool-Aid. Yeah,
dude.
The lady down the street and the old apartments I lived as a kid, she used to sell Cool Cups. Cool Cups is what we called in Louisiana, where it's just Kool-Aid in a styrofoam cup and they freeze it.
Yeah.
Buy them for 25 cents.
Whatever.
You know what I'm
Still
saying?
bomb, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
boy.
that's
Oh,
the
I used to
best.
love that shit.
I think that just means I owe your mom a dinner, dude.
Hey, man.
I gotta cook her like a steak or something.
She would love it.
You're gonna
She
sous
would
vide
love
it up.
Sous vide it.
Dude,
Sous vide that shit.
I mean, I don't think I.
Let
I've
me
even
know
told
when you do.
Did this asshole tell you that he flew to
He's-
Michigan with a sous vide?
in my knives.
In your
He
check
che-
bags.
Well, my under.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
yeah.
carry. Oh, your
No,
check. Yeah,
check. Yeah.
I was gonna say.
That's fine for you.
So, Dempsey, I flew.
Dude, like what?
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Dempsey, I
Look
went-
at that beard,
I know.
man.
Well, okay, without context, that's not right, right? Okay.
I went to
mean-
Michigan, and then I went.
How
to,
long was the flight?
6 hours. It's like 5.5. But so I get to my mom's house, and then I go across the state to my cousin's.
It was delicious, right?
Oh yeah,
I liked
of
it.
course. Everywhere I went, I just sous vide shit.
And the knives, like you
cousin
can't
was-
even
I'm
use.
talking about the knives.
You don't even need someone else's knives.
No, my cousin was like, "You won't stop fucking talking about it. Will you make me some steak?"
stunting
I got
ass.
you, I got
This
you.
fucking guy's got to just do it up.
Yeah.
Gee,
So
well, the
he's
problem
gonna
is you're good at it, motherfucker. That's
Yeah.
why.
So he's gonna show up with some tomahawks for your
That's
mom, and
fine.
then, yeah, he's
Well, also
yeah.
like
I'll
I'm,
Venmo you. Just come make it happen, bro.
Yeah.
Let's, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
Like,
it's also I'm going to see my mom. I'm cooking for her too. We went up
100%.
north with my
100%.
mom and my brother. So I'm just
and
like,
your skills
dude.
have gotten great in the last
Yeah,
couple years.
so that
you
the
know?
whole thing is just like I want to
Now
I
you've been
wanna
really getting
cook-
off when you're cooking, man. Like that
Oh,
Gruyere and the fucking garlic and the bread.
Dude, that
Did
shit
you-
is so easy too.
I know, but every time you do it, I'm just like, I feel so special.
We wanna.
He's done it twice, and I'm just like, and like they're talking, and I'm walking back to the kitchen, and I'm breaking. and
Oh,
I'm
you must have
dipping.
spent weeks on
Oh my
this.
god, that garlic and that cheese.
That's what we've been talking about doing. Nick's Rage Corner is my cooking show, and like my first episode would be.
You got to get shitty before you even start cooking.
Yes.
probably.
Yes.
But my thing was always
Reposado.
my first episode. I want to be you're invited to this party, and you're supposed to bring something, and you fucking don't want to bring the normal shit. So like, here's how you make this bread. It's like 3 or 4 things.
Done.
Like do it, and then you have an awesome
Butter,
fucking
cheese,
bread.
garlic, and bread. Yep.
It's pretty much that.
Yep.
That's yeah.
The Michigan special.
Yeah, the Michigan special, dude. Cheese on something. You're
Cheese
welcome.
on something.
Dude, people just don't know.
Yeah.
That fucking bread is so easy to make and
I know.
so delicious, and people eat that shit up.
Oh my god.
Oh, on the 35th, I got a big old tomahawk.
On the 35th?
My birthday. On
The 35th?
my 35th birthday.
On your 35th. Okay.
Sorry.
There we go.
Sorry.
Liquor!
Which is in 10 years or so.
Yeah.
2 months ago. You're welcome. But I did a giant ass tomahawk too.
I saw that.
Sous vide that shit. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I saw that
Without
shit.
going into great detail.
So that was your 35th. Oh man.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Craig came up, Nick came up, Oliver. And
Big Bear was great.
I got
Great
a
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
jacuzzi,
yeah,
too.
the tequila we had. Can we have a tequila night as well?
Hell
Okay.
yeah. It's tequila and bourbon. Those are my go-tos right now.
Okay,
Last
yes.
night I just had a shot of vodka, and it was snuck up on me. I didn't know.
Oh.
My
Vodka.
brain was like, you remember what this did to you back in the day, right?
Oh,
That's why we
no.
don't drink this anymore. Literally, I was just like, where was that? She was like, oh, that was vodka. I was like, God damn it. I had a moment for like 10 seconds where I was just like upset. And I was just like, ugh.
We're
She goes, I'm
Easter-
so sorry. I was like, I know, it's okay, but fuck, I hate vodka. It's okay. I'm not mad at you, but I fucking hate vodka.
I can't believe your sister doesn't do well with it. I mean,
No,
we're
it's not about the system.
Eastern
It-
vodka,
it
dude,
tastes like
vodka's
shit.
like
No,
nothing.
I can mix it, but I just recently, man, I'll show you guys the video. My buddy had his birthday party. I'm in the bathroom. We're drinking fucking Tito's and
Tito's?
Yeah, dude, that's my
orange
shit.
juice, and we're having a good time. But I forgot that I had fasted all day. I ordered some bullshit. This is why I asked her. Me and my fasting. I get to the club where he's having this Mesa, nice lounge.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd never been there. Yo, that place was nice.
Nice.
We walked in. He got the lounge area, and it was only 7 of us. A couple people flaked out. That's what happens with grown folks. We're in our 40s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well.
Everybody's got a life or kids, right? So like 3 people bailed. Now it's getting later and people are like kind of pushing up into the area. They want to either play dumb. Luckily, we didn't have any knuckleheads that were drunk and being assholes. But you know, they want to push up in because we got an extra love seat that's hardly being used. We got 4 of them. There's 7 people. So we're like sitting like this and shit. And at one point, we're like, you know, the ladies, they're wearing heels. They're looking cute. They're getting a little tired now. Alcohol's taking over. So we're letting them kneel. Some are sitting, you know. So now we're making conversation, and his wife lets him talk, which is cool. She's a sweetheart. And so now I'm feeling it. So I forget what song came on by Outkast.
Oh.
I'm in
Hey,
this
ya.
dope bathroom, and I'm just going. No, it was Most Def. Miss Fat Booty. So it was.
You
It's nice to
can't not
finally meet
move.
you. And
Yeah,
I'm oh my God, I'm in the bathroom having a fucking video shoot and shit. It was hilarious. And I was laughing to myself on my phone. I was like, I'm fucking drunk. This does not happen often. Later that night, was it that night? No, the following morning, right? Because at 8, I'm good. A little faded. I'm good to drive. I had like 3 waters. It's 1. And now I'm like, all right. I can feel my stomach though. And I'm like, this is stupid. I already know.
I can just, yeah.
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm in the bathroom. Drop down to have that morning liquor shit. Guess who has to grab the trash can at the same time? Mother. I was like,
Double pipe classic,
Oh,
baby.
double pipe classic. DPC all day. And there was a moment in time. So,
That was an
you know,
evacuation.
consistently off's first little
that's
tidbit for you right there.
exactly
Double
right.
pipe classic.
You know when the submarine's under the water and the lights are going off?
Facts. We got to find a way out.
We don't know how it's coming out, but it's coming out.
Man, so vodka was like, so she felt so bad because I was just like, because we had this bomb ass Honor tequila,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I guess is what's his name? The fucking
Oh no.
Yeah, it's Honor, but it's what's his name? The fucking the
Let's
head
go.
drug dealer guy.
Oh.
Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Escobar. No.
Oh.
The recent one. Not
Oh, El Chapo.
El Chapo's.
Oh, yeah.
It's El Chapo's brand,
Hell
and it was
yeah.
so
He's
smooth.
dead and they're still, they're still claiming
Is he?
him.
Hey, is he though? Is he
I
though?
don't know, dude.
I've been
Is
drinking.
Tupac?
Hey, I've been drinking. Hey,
I mean,
Cuba.
He was at Coachella one year.
Porter. Yeah, fuck that hologram bullshit, man. That hologram was buff. Looked like fucking Tupac's buff ass fucking cousin who was 3 inches taller than that shit wasn't real. Fuck that. That was not Pac, goddammit.
Have you seen
Shit.
Trump's interviews? They just superimpose that
All
on
of them,
him, dude.
shit. Richard Branson started it off, and now I don't believe any Biden green screen now. They were all talking about the one time the mic passed, and people were like, it just disappeared. Like, are we doing green screens? We don't want to talk about that, though.
Yeah.
I don't want
oh
to
no,
talk
I'd like to. I noticed it during the
Black
Obama
helicopters.
administration. Where
Yes!
the weekly or the monthly or whatever, like the address to the nation.
That's
or
why
whatever.
they said that Biden didn't
Yeah.
come up for like weeks
Yeah.
before he actually did a fucking.
So real quick, just deep fake technology in general.
It's ridiculously scary.
Yes, it's very, very, very scary.
It's very
And
scary.
so I believe that the entire Trump administration, he didn't do any updates to his Facebook or Twitter in person.
No, he doesn't need to.
And
Yeah.
in fact, he didn't even do the voice. Someone,
I believe a lot of that.
yeah, and it's just
People
a thing.
do his voice better than he does.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
You do a good impression.
People talked about that with articulation.
China.
They talked about that
Yep.
with certain things, with speech patterns.
That goes real deep when you
That's
talk about
way
the
deep. That's a whole other subsect of the
people-
conversation.
Yeah,
For real. But yeah, we don't need to lose anybody. Let's
Dempsey.
let's just
Do we want to gain?
do we want to gain them? We can catch them on the other side. You know what I'm saying? There's an A roll and a B roll. You know what I'm saying? Like,
after hours?
I feel like we should close our eyes and you should do your best Trump.
oh, you got one? You got it.
I mean, I've always had a Trump.
Oh,
I,
yeah. He's
I
always
just recently had a
Yeah.
chance to do a Obama audition, and
that's
what
already
I'm going to be
great.
doing is doing my best to see. What you've got here is most people at times we've been put into a I don't want to say chasm, if you will, but we're spiraling down a dark path, and most people don't really understand. That's not even me
No, it's a
listening. I
good
need to
cadence.
listen to
Yeah,
it.
it's a good-
That's a good starting point.
That's a good starting point.
It's a good starting point. Yeah,
I think if
I can
you
do much better because I have an ear. I've already done it before.
Okay, hang on. Now
I did
to,
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
can say that because.
but
that
now
was,
to like, what's the most amount of time you had to spend refining a character voice? You know,
voice.
like fuck, really want to get this one.
oof. Let's see, refining.
It doesn't have to be someone that you've recorded.
I wanted to
Who's
ask
something
also.
you worked at?
We had a thing that I was
bring
going
it
to
back.
ask earlier, and I don't
Bring
think
it back.
anyone remembers.
Bring it back.
Okay, hang on.
It's
The
not written
difference
down, I remember.
now, the huge difference between voice acting and screen acting, and a huge difference for a couple reasons. The performance, does that change for you? You're saying like when you're in the booth, you're still gesticulating, you're still giving like all the emotion, but do you have a conscious awareness of where the camera is,
There's
or are
so
you
much
trying
more
to lose
comfort.
Yeah.
In the voice booth, regardless of the fact that I'm acting. I don't have 25 people around me watching my every move.
Yeah.
I don't have a script supervisor who's teaching, who's keeping me on point for continuity.
Yeah.
Even though I'll have a director who will say, actually the line is for, not from,
Right.
which is easy, which
These
is
are the
fine.
huge differences.
Because I've
between,
already
yeah.
given 3 in a row, right? And I might have missed it on one take. Whereas on camera, I'm doing that where film is being used, whether it's digital or real. There's other people in the scene who might have gotten their scene correct, and they really wanted
Yeah.
the dialogue on point. Not too many directors will let you have too much fun unless you're on film. Television is a lot more strict in regards
There's a
to the
schedule,
dialogue,
hard,
and there's
yeah.
a schedule, so that comes into play because they might not have time, and you better not fuck up your close up, right? So,
Right.
and typically for me, I have a lot of nervous energy on set with on camera. I will have nervous energy when I'm doing Zooms, even though I'm in my little makeshift booth. Shout out to U-Haul again. We didn't
Yeah.
get to talk about
Yeah,
that online.
yeah.
My grand wardrobe box studio booth that I've been rocking for a year, and I've had the best year of my life. You know,
And
working
booking
from
it,
home
so, I
and
mean,
booking
like,
and killing.
so good.
Yeah.
Return on investment. That's all
Look,
I'm saying.
look,
Dude,
100%.
come on.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that, for real. Shouts out to fucking Neumann
Dude,
microphones,
no
you
one
know,
said that shit.
and the focus.
I know, but
right? It's
we've
rough.
been doing like you said, like we have a good studio now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before this, if we're not going to somewhere, we're making it happen. I've made so many recordings happen, not only for us, for other bands, for other singer-songwriters. You want me to show up to your place? What do you got? Oh, fuck. Okay, let's figure something out.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, it's the performance.
Bang.
It's the performance. It's what you can capture, and that's
Always
it.
the performance. And with on camera, you also have this. Once you get past the first couple takes of the initial energy of, okay, because we've all got a performance that we've already done when we've gone over our lines in our head, in the trailer, in the room. For instance, medium. I'm used to television where we do a couple days of blocking and rehearsal, and then the last few days you film.
And then you nail the emotional
And then you
part.
nail everything else, right?
So you have
That
a whole day to
depends on
prepare for
co-star.
like the.
For all the script rewrites, for the position changes.
You were
the
just about to
blocking
say there's a
changes.
scheduling thing because
There's
depends.
a scheduling depending on the show. Medium, they didn't have that. And the crazy thing about that, typically on network shows, if you are a guest star, you are there for like at least 3 to 4 days of a 5 to 6 day shoot. So your character is focused on for the most of that episode.
That's probably already the biggest difference between voice acting and screen acting is the amount
100%.
of time
The amount of time
that
that you're going to put into it.
Because
the amount of
there's
time you're on set versus
there's
the amount of time you're even being used on set.
90% of the production is people that have to set up their thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's say I messed up that dialogue for voiceover. We're just going to redo that line. When I mess up that line for on camera, there's the camera guy who's got to reposition. There's the dolly guy who's got to slide back. There's the focus pull who's got to get back there. There's the sound guy who's got to reset the mics. There's the wardrobe and the micro and the makeup
10
people.
as long?
Oh my God. They all have to come in there and just touch up the face again. So that's good for lighting. Maybe there's a change that they want to do. Maybe a light went out.
In all of this madness, the control
I'm
chaos.
standing there.
In all of this.
I'm standing there going over with my script supervisor, and I'm doing the line again, or I'm going over the scene silently with my screen partner.
Now, is this a muscle memory thing?
In regards to...
As a singer, like, I attribute a lot of, like... Someone shoots a cover song at us for the first time ever, right? And I'm like, here's how to play the song. So half of my brain's, like, working, like, here's how I do it. But also muscle memory, this is how the song goes. I know how the song goes.
Okay, yes.
You know, I can do it.
So you're fighting your initial
Right, muscle memory. Like, you've rehearsed these lines so many
exactly.
times, and it's like, okay, go. But now you're on take, like, 12?
Yeah.
You're like, okay. There's
Yeah.
only so much muscle memory versus feeling it.
Yeah. So the difference there is with voiceover, sometimes they'll be like, we already got that first half. Let's start now from the middle of the paragraph.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's beautiful because
Punch-ins, baby.
The first half of the verse is done.
there you go. He
Let's-
punches.
Let's do that fill on the second half. That like
Yeah.
goes like
If-
We got that already.
You have any
You know what I
idea how
mean?
much we punch in?
Facts. But you know
Everything.
what? But
Everything
if
is
you got a long wide shot
That's it.
for film, it's different, right?
right.
Yeah.
Because then
I have
a
to swoop
reset.
over a bar. We need everyone in that fucking bar
Exactly.
to be where they're supposed to be.
Exactly.
You missed that. We have
And
to
if the
come
guy,
back
if
to
the
you.
extra in the back who was concerned because he's got to go to the bathroom still and he wasn't paying attention,
Yeah, you raised
don't let him be on set
Yeah.
with somebody
Now we
who's
gotta cut
a
him out of
heavy,
every
like a
single
Christian
scene.
Bale. I hate to reference him for that
Oh.
one screaming thing, but
No!
yeah, hey. So
But it happens.
I'm on Medium, and they come up to me. I had a night job at the time, working for a medical office. I was basically a driver for biopsies and women's pap smears, and I worked for Westcliff Medical Labs, and I had to drive and pick up medical specimens all over LA and then drive them out to Glendora. So I had to catalog all this
That's
shit.
a very unique amount of stories, I'm
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I basically would get in the car and I would swab everything down. I was like 25, 26. I'd swab everything down. with
Pre-pandemic. This is just being
This is just
sanitary,
me. This is
folks.
just me. This is just me being a fucking anal asshole. The Virgo in me
was wearing
comes
a
out
mask.
in that way. And I was like, because I get in the car and this is my car for the night, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if these got some lazy assholes who don't give a fuck about their job, right? So I'm wiping the gear shit. Meanwhile, I got my Lunchables and my apple juice ready to go. And so I'm driving down. I'm ready to hit the Starbucks when I was a
Temperance
Starbucks
heaven.
whore on fucking Sunset and right across from Hollywood High School. I'd hit that Starbucks up, get my fucking latte. But mind you, I had to work until like 3 in the morning,
Yep.
4 in the morning sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And my call time changed the day before. I had to be on set by 9 in Manhattan Beach. And I left early like at 4. And because normally I'll push it because midweek I like to just push my fucking schedule. And I'd leave late to Glendora. Yeah, I'd take a long lunch. You smell me? Yeah, a little puffy puff. And man, I remember when I got to set, I'm thinking we're going to block and shoot later. my wardrobe's already in there. They're like, hey, you're going to hit makeup and call time is in 35 minutes. I go, oh, let's go ahead and review these fucking lines again. I'm like, oh, shit. Now I'm ready to go. I'm off book. I'm good.
Yeah.
But one of the heavies is off. He's fucking up his lines. He's been around. He's done Clear and Present Danger. He's like, he's made his money. Like, Meanwhile, the tape's still rolling. I'm on the stand in this scene. My character's like ready to go. And he says, what was the line again?
Oh, come on.
And then he starts over and he takes the scene over again. So at that moment, what's happening in my body was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And that's my first time I'd seen that. I'd seen other actors like get their lines read to them and stuff like that. And you just understand there are hierarchies in the game.
This leads me to a totally different area.
Yeah. So I had that moment and boom, we finished the scene. But I was just like, oh, you guys are ready for me now. I was like, I feel like crap. I'm drinking Red Bulls because I'm exhausted. I feel like I look like shit because I'm already on a night job that is already kicking my ass. It was right after my Taco Bell commercial, right around when y'all met me. Yeah. It's like, good to go. You know, the Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme commercial was hitting for me. I was like, bills were getting paid. I was like, yeah. But I still had this night job because it was chill. My friend hooked me up, and it was easy work, and it was nighttime.
We were just talking to someone a couple weeks ago, and they were
because I still have little jobs, even though I had money coming in. You know, it was like
they were talking about all the jobs they do and what they do and how much money they do. Like the songs, whatever.
It doesn't come out till next week.
I said Southern California ain't cheap.
Fuck no,
like,
man.
Whatever your preconceived notions of being in a band,
I live with my family.
Acting, yeah,
you
like
feel me? Like,
whatever your preconceived notions of working in the industry is, just like
serious.
Like you said, families have to put on that schedule, budget.
100%.
Gig economy is like
anybody in the industry right now, especially all these quote unquote, I call them pretty kids. It's because these are all the kids. I remember when I was coming up, and you know, there were ranges in likeness and type. Now there seems to be a very strict type of archetype in a lot of these kids. Even though they're character type, they're still very good looking kids. And so a lot of those kids, families, they have a little bit of money. And you have to have money because classes are about $400 to $500. Then they've got headshots. Then they've got dance class. Then they've got, now mind you, there needs to be someone to take these kids to and fro, right? Well, she can't be working.
No.
And a lot of these moms that I've met, the father is paying, or there's a side business. How long did you say
one of these shoots was again?
14 hours.
So, I mean, like, there's no time.
And
with kids, they're only allowed to work, I believe, 8 hours.
That is the rule.
That is the rule for them. But,
I'm not an actor, but I do know that rule.
Yeah, and, you know, and
I
remember when I was coming up, I had to have a set teacher, you know, and so mom's is hanging out.
You might have
She's
been
missing all day
before the rule, though.
I was before. No, there were still 8 hours on set.
Yeah, you were still at 8?
Set teacher. Oh, yeah.
I feel like 2014 was
they
when
talk
they
to you a little
started.
bit differently. Because there was a things have changed. The McDonald's commercial I did, the little kid, the director I was working with was very well known, and I was the welcome to McDonald's. May I help you? Introduce the Happy Meal and everything. Those commercials are gone. They don't really have that too much anymore. Fast forward to the Sweet Tea McDonald's commercial that I did, where it was fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that shit was live. Like that kid,
you've watched that AB, right? Like this one versus that one.
100%. And it's just like it just lets you know, like, wholesome. New age and new age in the sense of like cool, get with it, keep it moving, because commercials don't play as long as they do. The Taco Bell commercial I did, we're heading back to what's called Honeyland.
That changes the hustle too.
Oh yeah, Honeyland
commercials are shorter.
They're shorter, but they also film 10 to 20 a year for that company, as to where back in the day you'd film 1 to 2 and they'd run for fucking ever, and people just knew it, right?
But now
because
they're filming different things for different mediums.
Now you know why? This is what I say. The cell phone. I've been using this analogy for the last 10 years. The cell phone every 6 months coming out and being brand new. Immediate gratification in so many aspects of our lives, right?
Yes.
The cell phone, I believe, is the anchor for that, because that's our attention right now.
We have it. Yeah. It's right here.
It's right here, right? We've all got one. We love it. We talk shit about it, but it
Sign of the
leads
beast.
us. It leads us. And so when I was talking to the executive, he goes, we film about 20 commercials a year. That's because they need to keep your attention. They need to keep you coming with something, whether it's something that's just a small tweak on the same thing. You feel me? It's still a new commercial. So what that does for them, here's their pro. Their pro is, it's going to cost them $500,000 to film this commercial, right?
Yeah,
1.2.
Probably depends
Probably.
because episodes of television shows have gone up and up.
We got paid advertisement in itself.
So they don't have to worry about paying the actor so much in residuals because they're going to write off a lot of that production, you know.
Yeah, you got 2 months, 3 months.
Boom. And that's what it is right now. And so when I get like my Chevy spot, it's being played all over the Olympics. It was being
I
played
think
in the
that's been
finals,
big.
the
It was?
All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
all
the
over prime time.
Olympics, bro.
Facts.
I saw
Mad
you,
exposure.
Like Craig said,
Trust me.
I saw
My
you,
DMs
like, at
lit
least
up.
5 times,
Yo,
bro.
son. Like, I was reposting people's stories because it was just like, oh, shit. My friends were like, my kids didn't believe me that we went to high school together. Like, those were always hilarious.
Megan posted you.
Yes.
We were in my room.
Bro, that
and
shit
she
was-
goes, is that Dempsey? I go, I don't know. She pause, replay. I was like, that's fucking Dempsey.
Yo, so there was a golden era. Like I said, I made close to 25 grand off of a Powerade commercial where you didn't see my face. It
Incredible.
ran for
That's
close to a
insane.
year. I went to shoot a Nickelodeon show, and that's not even to brag about money. That is just to show you how much money is out there. There are
Yep.
people who
Dude,
are
you were
making
in the
yeah.
commercial,
I heard
bro. You
in
made
the commercial
25
world
grand
in
by
the-
not being
and
in
you
it?
didn't see my face, but it was a
That's
great
awesome.
spot because they ran the shit out of it because of the message, right?
Yeah.
So I remember we were all on set. There was a waiver that they were trying to get us all signed. And yo, Howard Walker, shouts out to Howard Walker. We made friends on this commercial. This was in 2000, right before I went to do the Nickelodeon show. I turned over the residuals to my mom because I was out of town. I said, hey, moms, you know what? You can have the rest of this money that comes in. My mother would call me like once every 2 weeks. Like when we would talk, oh, another check came. $1,000. Another check came. $800. She bought a fucking Kirby. I got back home from Florida. She bought this $1,500 Kirby vacuum.
Yeah.
She was so happy, and I caught myself going, maybe I shouldn't have fucking let her have the rest of
Dempsey,
that
my parents own a Kirby vacuum.
money." From how old when you were?
Only one of them's alive. But back
Yeah,
in the day,
yeah.
dude, same shit.
That
As
Kirby.
soon as they had some money, they're like, this Kirby's going to last my entire
I remember
life.
talking shit, but that Kirby, we had a Kirby
Lifetime warranty.
over 25 years from me being a kid. I remember the first Kirby we had, and we have one now that we bought in 2000 when I did the commercial. It's 2021. I just vacuumed with that motherfucker the other
Dude,
day.
can that thing not kill like an ogre?
That thing is
It's
amazing.
made out of fucking metal.
That's why they
Shout
give it a
out
lifetime
Kirby.
warranty.
You
Shout out to
hold
Kirby
the handle,
vacuums.
No joke.
The whole fucking
It's still
front part is metal.
Yeah.
You literally could just like,
Yeah, fuck it when it hits you in the back of the heel when you're pulling the tube and you're trying to vacuum. Because I hate sweeping, so I vacuum the kitchen before I mop. So rewind, right? Howard
Yeah.
Walker's like, don't sign that waiver. They were trying to get us to sign this waiver that basically says we're just an extra. So we get exactly. So we would have gotten paid for just our day of work and no residuals. Hey guys, because we were trying to figure things out. They were having trouble getting the contracts to us. We're parked off the side of the
That's
road
some
in
sneaky
Lancaster
shit.
in a school bus, which is the set, right? This is 2000. No reception. I had AirTouch cellular, homeboy.
AirTouch.
I couldn't get my agents on the fucking phone. We're all trying to
Singular.
you know, Honeyland is over here, away from the parents. We're all minors. Sneaky shit.
Yeah.
So my buddy Howard Walker made friends that day. Boy, don't you none of y'all sign that waiver. Don't none of y'all sign that waiver, boy. I'm telling you, don't sign that waiver.
Yeah.
He's just talking out loud, and the PAs were mad at him, boy, because we're just like beating the backs of seats. Boom, 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 boom. What the high school championship basketball team does before it starts its game. And it's like a bus, and it shows us all just kind of like one person starts,
That's great.
and then all the rest of the bus, broom, broom, broom. And it was a great commercial because then fast forward to the other guy, the weightlifter, in the fucking locker room, just getting ready. It was a great campaign for Powerade,
Yeah.
and it did well for them. But they tried to get out of
damn.
creepy.
They tried,
As
to,
they
they tried
would.
to just
Of
pay you
course.
X amount.
But
As they
after I
were
look
told-
back, as
as
I
they
look
were
back,
told
thinking
to
how much I made
do.
versus how much, I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
They
You
wanted
know-
me $325.
Yo, basically after taxes, it's been $500.
That's
you
a
know?
great free lesson too.
100%.
Oh my
100%.
God.
Listen to your elders.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, I
man.
respect because he had already had some fucking skin in the game. So yeah, but
Damn,
Dude,
bud.
What a business.
what a business.
What a
I have no regrets.
50%
I learned a
credit.
lot of lessons. I learned a lot of lessons. I didn't have a lot of help coming up. when I started, it was the small acting school that Alfonso Ribeiro Carlton went to. Beverly Hills Studios.
Yeah,
That's where he went to.
Carlton.
As well as
school.
Ash,
What time? How
Beverly
old?
Hills Studios. This was in 94, 95. I went there from 94 to 95. Little Big League or Little Giants. The
Little Giants.
The girl on the football team.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Austin St. John, the Red Power Ranger.
Dude, I'm
That-
sure
that
they
was
have
our
a
alumni.
roster. Yeah,
That was our alumni.
Fantastic. Yeah.
One of my teachers was
Benicio del
Efren
Toro.
Ramirez. No, Efren Ramirez, who was Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Efren.
So, I think we skipped on this part. Did that that had to help a lot?
That
yeah?
helped a lot because that's where I got my showcase, and I had like 5 different agencies who wanted to see me because they liked the auditions that I did for the showcase. And next thing you know, I picked Bobby Ball because
Perfect.
she called and left a voicemail on my answering machine.
Hey.
Let's go ahead and do that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Landline.
were interested or made a decision yet, but I kind of got an audition that Dempsey would be great for. It's for Sprite. And who did I meet at that audition off of Gower Street in Hollywood? Well, Walter Jones, the Black Power Ranger. And that was fucking cool as shit. And one of my other acting teachers who taught commercial was at the audition.
He
and
gave
I was like,
you your
yo,
second ring, and eventually you were able to combine them all and become
Mastodon. You feel me? Like, yo, shouts out to what's his name, the White Ranger who's killing it right now. Oh God, Jason.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No, rest in peace,
Sorry.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Damn it.
I don't know,
Yeah,
Dempsey.
anyway.
I'm not good with this.
God damn it! I'm trying to help you.
No, there's the red one.
Jason.
Austin St. John.
Biggest
and
power
there's
struggle.
Jason,
our
I'll get it.
whole relationship has always been that he is so movie centric, and I have no idea what's
Okay.
Well, I mean,
when he would tell me, "Hey, this fucking guy," he disrespected me one time when I said, "Was it Avengers?" Yeah, I think it was Avengers. He goes, "It's a fucking superhero movie, dude." I go, "What?"
wait. In this,
What?
in the amount of time,
Offended.
in the
Offended.
in the
I
amount
was
of time
like-
we've been here, this is the second time that you've referenced he has offended you.
But you know what?
Welcome to Nick Stout,
Man, and so like I told them, I said, I saw when the layers were coming down, I knew we were getting close. and I was like, all right, not just nice, fucking cool, it's chill, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, fuck you, man. Like, all right, fuck you too then, man. The dogs, hey, what's your name? Jim, what's your name? Tom. Fuck you, Tom. Fuck you, Jim. Yeah. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, man. Love you, Nick.
It's a good wish. Love you too,
Yeah.
Dempsey.
Happy birthday again, man. Yeah.
Happy pre-birthday.
Hey,
Yeah.
like,
Friday, bud.
yeah.
I say to Oliver all the time, like, for your consideration, Nicholas Stout,
Yeah,
ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen. Yeah. ladies
So
and gentlemen.
so give me the dynamic.
Life's more
So who's Oliver in the mix?
Oh man,
Oliver. Who's he in the mix? Is he the neutral?
he is a weird neutral.
Yep.
He is the
but
weird
a
neutral.
weird neutral
Yeah.
because he's
Because he can turn up.
He's more on my side,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also like, I don't know, like he's artsy in the way that like in the way that art people are spacey, in the way that they're thinking about.
Oh yeah, I can
something.
see he's super eccentric in some ways. When he
Like-
just go off on weird
Yeah,
tangents. kind
he's
of thing?
thinking about other things pretty much all the time. Yeah,
And that's
Okay.
what helps in my realm. So he's more on his side.
Yes.
But I
Real
can, like,
quick,
I can
real
be
quick.
like, hey, this is this. He's like, well, I do like that.
but real
But I
quick,
do like that
but
actually.
high school private school in Vermont. So like homeboy was like he's yeah.
Wee.
Korean
well, he's got
mother-
a good bass then.
Really good bass,
Look at
really
bass 'cause
smart,
He can bring it in.
really polite, really
Yeah, yeah,
smart,
yeah,
but
yeah,
also
exactly.
while you're
Well, that's the
talking,
culture. Yeah.
as you talk, like he'll be like, yeah, oh oh yeah. And when I first met him, I was like,
You thought is he?
yeah, are you patronizing?
Are you
me? Like,
patronizing me?
like,
Yeah.
I don't feel
Are you
comfortable.
really fucking listening to me?
but
Do you
that's
really-
just how he rolls.
just how he
And so
rolls,
he
yeah.
is a medium, but like between us, you can find a lot of mediums. You know? Like, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
We had a lot more struggle early in our relationship with everything creative.
What do you mean?
Like I think we butted heads a lot more like 15 years ago than we ever would
You and
today.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
so
sure.
like
God.
Fuck
it
yeah.
makes things so much easier. Just
Well, you
being-
tell me what you remember, because
There's a lot.
because I only
the dash.
Well, I'm just,
yeah.
There's a lot.
I only mean that in that now that anytime we do anything, I think Craig and I are pretty much on the same fucking page.
Pretty
If we're
much.
not at this point, then
What's
why,
the point?
Then why
are
the fuck
we?
you-
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's- Like there's no ego
If
or
there's
anything.
any questions
No.
about that for me, like there's no reason for us to have a unit. Like
I've seen
Yeah.
you guys be frustrated, and it was cool to see because that's what you fucking like. Because at times it's never really nuclear. Like it's more like, okay, it's like a married couple type of like, okay,
That's
well
how it's
we've
gotta
fucking
be.
been here, and then it's just like, all right, well,
it's a variable thing.
100%.
And the way that the two people react to that variable.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Reactions. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, creative.
100%.
Being an actor is,
Oh,
what I've
God,
always
yeah.
said about the difference.
Don't join a
is-
band. Don't
that's
join
the thing
a
that
band.
I've said is like music is different because it's not just you. Like people come to see you, right?
No, Dempsey, but in a sense, it's got to be easier. Because
No, that's my point.
For the beginning years,
That's my point.
For the beginning years, it's harder because you have egos
Yeah.
that want to clash. But in the end, where we're at now, 15, 20 years later, is the fact that we both want to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
We both realize that even if your idea feels good, it doesn't mean that it is good. It doesn't mean that it's going to progress you. It doesn't mean that it's like sacrificing something little is just like a relationship with a woman.
Exactly.
If you
That's why I said.
sacrifice
That's why I
little
referenced the
things,
marriage.
Who cares?
It's true.
Like, sacrifice
The
the little
point of
things,
the-
dude.
no.
If something's big, stay with it.
Being
and
an
fucking
actor,
make sure you
I have
progress, but-
nobody to worry about.
Yeah.
I got people who are pushing for me because if I make money, they make money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what I
Me,
can
dude,
do.
I got 10% you. I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Hey, easy.
Early investor.
I see what he's doing. Trust me, smart. Look,
We
people
ain't friends for no
are
reason.
looking at like an ensemble of a television show, right? So they have to really like you to stand out in the show, right?
Yeah.
So you have your following, you have your fan base. You know, when there's a film, they're gonna come to see you because they want to see you, regardless of who else is in it. When it's a band, you collectively represent, I think, more so than a show does, because it's a sound, and music is a little more intimate than television.
There is no visual or other characters or
No, it's what it makes you feel.
We
Yep.
are the product too.
Exactly.
You can't just
Yeah.
slap a new name on a product every
No,
time.
because you're gonna fall down to the ground and people are gonna walk past you.
yeah, you're
You know what
going to
I mean?
become less and less
They
wanted.
just recast Iron
wanted.
Man, okay? I don't
What?
know how the fuck that's
Is
gonna
that
work.
superhero movie?
'Cause he-
dude?
the
You don't
10
care.
years-
You shut your mouth.
Hey,
because the
I
10
want
year
you to feel proud of me. Suicide Squad 2, watched it. Suicide Squad 1, watched it.
Justice
Black
League?
Widow, watched it.
Trash.
Absolutely.
watched them all.
I need to watch Black
Two
Widow.
is
I
better
haven't
than
watched
one.
any of the Suicide Squad.
Didn't see Black Widow yet because even with the Disney Plus, they want you to spend $30.
It was on my
I didn't
Plex.
want to watch it because I found out that she was going to sue them, but I understood why she was going to sue them because it was in her contract.
I don't want to watch it because Scarlett Johansson's the lead.
I know. I still
She's
have
a
crush on her.
terrible
Guys,
actress. She's
shut your
gorgeous.
mouth. Yeah,
She's gorgeous, but stop
Guys,
trying
I
to
watched
act.
it. I watched
Wait,
it.
you saw Black Widow?
Yeah.
I like
didn't-
Scarlet.
We didn't see Black Widow. We saw
I like
everything.
Scarlet.
telling ya.
No, I didn't see the Suicide Squads. I was going to reference Justice League. Did you see the new Justice League?
Dark?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched all
Deliciously
fucking
dark.
4 hours of it.
I didn't watch the first one. I watched the second one, the Zack Snyder reboot.
Yeah, you watched all 4 hours of it? In one sitting.
I love how he's rubbing his eyes.
Why?
Yo, he's rubbing
Why
his
would
eyes
anyone
He
right
just
now.
got into Game of
He's
Thrones.
massaging his scalp.
He just got to
Why
Game
would
of Thrones,
anyone-
Dempsey.
Oh, you just got to Game of Thrones?
Look.
Hey, I
look.
have 2 episodes left. It's been 3 months since I watched the fucking Battle of the Bastards.
We don't know
of the-
where
oh.
he's at.
Okay,
Lord
where
of the
you at? What
Rings.
season? What season?
Lord of the Rings Twin Towers is maybe 245.
My man,
I
Lord of the
don't-
Rings, Twin Towers.
I don't
that shit.
need. I do
I
not
can't
need.
stand that you just did that. No. God damn it. I went to that movie by myself. That's how dedicated I was because I had people flake on me.
Dude, Dempsey,
And I'm sitting next to people like this. Ha! Oh.
do you hear the people in the crowds? Harry Potter. Harry.
You like Harry Potter?
Yeah, way better than Lord of the Rings.
You actually like Harry Potter,
story.
though.
Absolutely. I fall-
Motherfucker, so you make it seem.
I fall asleep to it.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
walk-
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
well,
he's like,
shit.
He's like, oh, Lord of the Rings is bullshit. but I
Yeah,
love
but you
Harry
fucking like
Potter.
a kid with
You're
a
like,
fucking wand. All right.
Okay.
Trolls and bomb tree ants. What the fuck are you talking about?
you see this
McDonald's is
armor?
bullshit, but Burger King.
You feel me? Like, I'm getting tired. The tree ants are amazing. Like
My magic armor plus
Saruman.
plus
Like,
ants?
11.
Oh,
It
man.
deflects all your Lord of the Rings problems. My Harry Potter armor.
Hey,
Harry Potter armor. Holy shit.
for your
man.
consideration,
Oh my
mixed
God.
out. Yeah,
the layers. As I peel this one back, I don't like the look of this one. I want to cover this one back up.
You've
God
been
damn
moldy
it.
for a week.
Yeah.
Get this
Jesus.
I've tried so many times, but it turns out
I
it
honestly have been
spores
feeling
in my
I've been
skin.
feeling
Yeah.
the urge to watch Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter films
Yeah.
lately.
Oh.
And I go,
When's the last time?
do I need to? What's up with me and escape? Because I'm gonna plan a trip to Yosemite. I wish. No, Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I
the full
guess
experience. You're asking yourself, what's your deal with escapism right now?
Literally,
That's how
no.
far you're going.
No.
Picking on yourself.
Listen,
Like,
because
why do I want to see it? But you're going to Joshua
Dempsey,
Tree.
we're
But I
in
know-
Joshua Tree right now.
trust me, no, because I've said to myself like, oh, I'm strong. But I'm recognizing like, whoa, even my level of optimism and my ability to have patience, like with everything, I'm really going. Because auditions are stacking, work has been picking up.
Good.
All the
Yeah.
things I prayed
Oh,
for,
but-
and like all that shit's happening, right? That's a beautiful thing. But
Dude,
I'm like,
take
But now
I need
there's-
to take a time
take the
for
breaks,
my
dude.
fucking. I gotta take the
But
breaks.
but
man.
now
I
there's
gotta
this
take
thing
the
where
breaks.
you need to figure out how the balance is going to
I have
work.
to use my calendar now, gentlemen.
Excuse me, sir.
You guys,
you
no,
wanna
no.
look at my
I'm a
fucking
big boy who
calendar?
has not, who's pretended he was not a big boy for a long
Excuse
time.
me,
And
sir.
I hate my
Yeah.
calendar, sir.
I'm just like, hey, can you schedule a Zoom? I'm like, oh shit, let's move lunch. I was like, oh, you know what? No, I can't because I was like, oh fuck, I have. Oh, the kid. Hey, when are we training the kids? Oh shit, can you fix the? Oh my, I don't even have
He
kids
does it all
yet.
the time.
Hang
We got
on.
a show tomorrow. I'm like,
We got a
When-
show
when do
tomorrow.
we have a show
what
tomorrow?
the fuck?
And then they hit me up. When did that happen? I
that's a
say
doozy.
and I do hashtag band calendar.
You reference the fucking
Same
emails that came
calendar.
And
in a
I'm there
week
for
ago.
months.
months, son.
Months.
Oh,
You had
Not
plenty
good.
of time.
Yeah.
not good.
And it's
You're like,
on your
Harry
calendar.
Potter
Hey,
armor, -10.
I swear I'm a
Negative
professional.
10
I
Harry
swear I'm a
Potter.
professional. God damn,
It's
bro.
horrible.
That's
real.
it.
Trust,
Dude,
trust.
That's it.
Yeah,
No, live and
definitely
die
the
by
same
the
thing.
calendar. It
Facts.
sucks.
Yo, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, I guess we're here.
It's just-
We're
it's
here.
just
You
gnarly.
wanted it,
But-
motherfucker.
But back to the escapism. The band.
Joshua Tree's a great place to go.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I'm gonna get to it
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah,
but
that's
where
I'm
you're
gonna talk about like internally. We as a band, we went through a lot of like shit during COVID or whatever,
Oh, 100%.
with everything shutting down, and so I was like, can we just go to the middle of the desert together?
Yeah.
And just like
Just get away for a
make
Exactly what I was
music?
thinking.
Like, can we just
Fuck
do
yeah.
that?
Just jam without
So
any needs.
we found a spot in Joshua Tree.
Awesome.
It was
Craig
like
found a spot.
Was it a
in
campsite
Joshua
or a?
Tree.
no, it's a house.
A house.
A
Okay,
house
cool.
with like a
cool
But it was
ass
isolated.
house, bro.
yes.
Yeah,
oh yeah, no
man.
neighbors.
Fuck yeah.
No neighbors. Like
Yeah.
a 2-bedroom.
I hate
you know.
those shared space places.
You can't do
because
it.
those look the best, but it's all these fucking.
You get one.
I
other
won't do
room.
it.
Yeah,
I won't. I'll
nah.
spend the extra whatever.
Exactly.
102. It's fine.
Exactly.
We had a place with no neighbors.
Nice.
And if they weren't coming, I was still going.
Good.
Because I need
That's
to
what I'm doing this
leave-
weekend, I think, yeah.
I need to leave Southern California, Orange County.
Yeah, man.
And go spend time with my songs.
100%.
Go-
And
go-
your head to let your head actually quiet.
I just
dude.
need to,
Yeah, man.
I
I
need to
told-
work on the things that have been building up on me. And then
Facts.
when
100%,
my ears
man.
are tired, I need to walk outside and have.
100%.
I told him the same.
Yeah.
Along the
So
same
we went in
lines,
September.
I needed a time to get away from what we always do.
Yeah.
It's hard to create. It's not hard. It's that is a like excuse, but it doesn't feel as good if you're just living in a fucking room, doing the same thing Monday through Friday, and then trying to produce something cool.
Yeah.
I
And when
can't-
he brought up that idea, that's where I was just like, "Fuck yes, we need to get out to the desert and do
Yeah,
something."
man.
I can't finish lyrics on my couch.
Yeah,
I just can't.
There you go.
It's where I watch. It's where I
I
saw your
pace
commercial
in my
today.
backyard.
You know, like
barefoot grounding
to
I'll
prep
just-
for things, to do
100%.
things.
I
Yeah.
just get off in my head.
Yeah.
I've been really big on chakra balancing. Like that's what's been
Oh,
leading
tough,
by me.
yeah,
Binaural beat chakra balancing is something that's helped me out a lot. And I'll just get in the back between the hummingbirds and the fucking mourning doves that are nesting under my porch. You know, like
Gorgeous.
I have just this moment where I just have to get away and then I'll go for a run, and that takes me back to the LaLa Land. Running has basically, when I came back into the on-camera game in 2015, I noticed that I was getting a lot of good callbacks and feedback while I was out on a run. My agent would call me. It happened twice, and I booked both jobs. So I've created that. And that's what helped me find my peace again, was getting back out, because I had to deal with ankle and knee issues from martial arts and stuff. But I literally caught myself on a run, and when I booked that job,
I've been fucked for 10 months.
See?
Haven't like
What did
ran
you
the
do?
same.
What did you do?
Like got blacked out and tripped on it. And
oh,
fucking, like,
God damn it.
So I don't exactly know, but
You want to
running.
buy pod restaurant? That's my voice. That's what it was. But yeah, that's what I noticed was my thing. And so
when we went to the house in Palm Springs, which was dubbed Dolly Parton House.
did you guys go to?
No, Joshua
did
Tree.
You guys go
It was
into
Joshua
Palm
Tree.
Springs afterward for
Sorry,
like
it
food or
was
anything?
Joshua Tree.
Or did you just hang out and then
No,
leave?
no Joshua Tree, but not even Joshua
desert.
Tree.
Because it's like
in,
about an hour from Palm
in-
Springs, right?
In Wonder Valley, yeah, but like no fucking neighbors. So even if
Fuck
you get
yeah.
back to 29 Palms Highway,
It's still fucking desolate.
still
like
desolate.
the bullshit
You're
fucking
on
cafe.
dirt.
yeah,
You're
you're
on
100%.
dirt.
You're
Yeah.
nowhere, yeah. So it's just someplace to get away.
Yeah, I'll be
You
bringing
just-
food and my 9mm. And what? What?
There's no one out there to rob you.
No, I know. No, the local app out there in Joshua too. There are a lot of break-ins. All those desolate Airbnb houses. A lot of them. Yeah.
It's picked up.
And they don't talk about it. They don't advertise it. That's what
Dempsey.
I know. Isn't that crazy? It's like, did I just
Yeah,
ruin the
that's
Airbnb?
crazy. Also, I don't want to remind you.
Oh, my bad. I apologize.
I don't
Okay.
want you to be
I
the
said the
house
quiet parts
police.
out loud.
Don't
Damn
say
it. Drunk in a jacuzzi with my gun. What? What? Crazy.
no.
Okay.
Crazy.
I don't
But you're
want this
headed out-
written up in a story. He said this.
Allegedly. Hey, allegedly.
It's all alleged. It's
Exactly.
all alleged. So you're headed out to desert just to clear your mind.
Hey, it's suburban. You guys did this.
Dude,
yeah, I know.
we
I know,
wrote
I know.
30 songs when we went to that desert.
Holy
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like
We
Yeah,
sat
no,
down.
I'm bringing my mic and I'm bringing my setup and I'm just gonna
Do
write
it,
some
man.
things down. I've got a lot of things already for ideas for my own little fucking YouTube thing that I want to
Dempsey,
do.
it was the first time
Yeah.
we got away from a space.
You didn't even
and
realize
sat
that the
down-
creativity was gonna flow like that.
We realized that something was going to happen.
I did.
Fuck
We
yeah.
Craig
Oh,
predetermined
that's
some
what I'm
shit.
talking about.
But we sat down and just were like, all right, man, we're awake. Anyone hungry? No. I brought a bunch of shit too.
Oh, I bet you did.
I cook like a motherfucker.
Did you bring a sous vide?
No,
Right?
but I brought clams and made a fucking linguine with
Dope-ass
clams the
fucking
first
pasta.
night
In
from
the middle of the
Yeah,
desert.
boy.
In the
middle of the
desert.
desert.
Why not?
I'm-
The coyotes were like, never smelled that before.
Yeah. As they try to bite us. But that morning we woke up, we literally just started writing and then like took a break and started writing, took a break, started writing, took a break. And we just
Hell
started
yeah,
pumping
man.
shit out where we're like,
Wow.
one of the songs like, what is this idea called? And I just looked at him like, there's Ants in the Crack. Yeah, that's what this one's called.
Ants
Ants
in
in
the
the
Crack.
Crack, dude.
This
Let's go.
idea is
Next
called
song.
Ants in the Crack.
Yeah, this one's called. Yeah, we pumped through some shit. So when you go
That's
there,
dope.
like, I would go there with all your recording shit.
Yeah.
And
No,
just
I plan
like
to.
just relax.
I've got
and let it
so
flow.
I've got notes. I've got vocal notes. I've got written notes from dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna put things together and then see what comes. You know
How many
what I mean?
days? How many days?
At least two.
Good,
At least
good,
two.
good.
I might
Yeah.
lead it into the beginning of the
I feel
week
like we
because
did-
the birthday weekend, I got some friends who want to do things, so I'm gonna do that. I've got some gardening I'm finishing up. You know what I mean?
You're
And
doing
I'm just
like a
gonna go.
flush. You're doing
I'm
a
doing
flush.
a flush because
Yeah.
I'm spending time with the family, but that's in September, so I need time for just me.
I understand that.
Yeah.
The band did that in September. And
Yeah.
I think by April April or May, I was like, guys, it's been too long.
Yeah.
And it's been too long, and I'm itchy.
Yeah,
and
well,
I immediately
you-
booked it within
so-
48 hours.
So are you guys gonna make that a thing now, like every quarter, like once every few months, just go? And,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Fuck yeah.
And if they
Yeah.
can
It's
show
probably not a
up,
bad idea.
this last time I booked it, and they weren't like the
you
schedule
don't realize
didn't
how
work.
bad you need it until you
So
fucking do
I
it.
just went.
Nice.
And I just went and finished the 4 things that we decided were songs. And so I
Nice.
could take something and work on it. And I would recommend, yes, bring things to work on, but
100%.
also
yeah.
prepare to just
Oh,
clean.
fact.
Right?
Oh my God, trust me.
You
I
got
plan
it.
to just like stargaze. That's why I got
Little greenery
that's
stargaze.
3 different, and some earth fungus. You know, there's 3 different, different places that I've already.
I need to go to the
bookmarked.
desert and have fungus.
Yes,
I have not.
Yes,
I have
3
not.
different places that I've already bookmarked that are away from homes. That are just like out there, like a little, like at least a half an acre.
That's it. That's all
away.
you need.
You know what I
That's
mean?
all
I don't.
you
I
need.
want to see lights off in the distance,
That's-
not like
yeah.
next to me.
Yeah,
I want to be able to just like have a moment and just chill the fuck out, man. For
That's
real.
it.
You know. Make
SoCal
my-
is so, and
Oh
the life.
God!
The
And if
life
you're already
is
in the
so-
fucking industry,
We're talking about building calendars,
Hey,
and so
baby.
every day is a thing. We have a whiteboard, Lady and I, in our bedroom. There's a whiteboard. It's a calendar.
okay.
And so every month she's going to update it. She's like, what do you got this month? I'm like,
Nice.
here we go. And
Nice.
I'll find that I have 30 days. I don't know. 8 to
of just
10?
like moments
of
of
8 to 10 with nothing on the agenda.
Oh, got you.
So
Okay,
like
yeah.
60 to 70% of my month is usually something going on every day.
Yep.
Every day. So, escape.
Yeah.
What's your deal with escapism right now?
Dude,
You gotta.
Yeah, I've been digging deep, and it's because, I feel like I have this endless fountain of energy and love and this and that, but it's like, oh, I still need to fill my own cup like 100%. Like, I really got to give that to myself.
When's the last time you had mental clarity?
Clarity?
Like a moment where you're like, yes.
That would have to have been in...
Because mine's the last desert trip. No one was even with me, so I just like exited and there was no noise.
When I went to Cabo with my family, but I basically like every night was my time on the patio. There's no light pollution looking out to the beach on that side.
Yeah.
And it was literally just getting lost, just sitting there,
Deep
just
breaths.
chilled out, sipping, and then just like to where I catch myself almost falling asleep, like it's because there were no notifications coming in.
That's it.
And it was like
disconnection.
100%. When you walk around the property and it's just you, like I was like,
dude.
Where you take actually a deep breath. Yeah.
Hawaii was cool, but there was still stuff going on. I was driving around.
Sure,
I rented the car. I was the chauffeur. It was a wedding. You know what I'm saying? We were only
Action's
there for 4
action,
days.
man. Yeah.
100%. So
When I was in UP last year,
UP,
the Upper
Peninsula.
Peninsula, of Michigan,
Okay, yes.
there's no fucking
Michigan.
Hey, man.
And then the upper.
Hey, man.
There's no reception up there. Like I'm close to Canada. I'm at a lake that's so dark that you can't see your hand in front of your fucking face.
Is that Alberta in the distance?
Dude. But that was like one of the minor little gifts that gave you was that no one can text me, give me notifications of shit. Like
Yep.
It puts your subconscious in a different space.
I can't check my Facebook or my Instagram. I can't scroll through any
Idle
of this shit.
time does not mean grab your device.
Yeah.
When you know you can't grab it. That was on a cruise ship the first time when I was just like, oh shit, like, because I didn't want to pay for Wi-Fi for $25 a day.
Yeah.
So for the first 2
fuck
days,
it.
I said, fuck it. And until Monday came around, because we took off on the weekend, I was like, I don't have to worry about work emails, even though I'm out of town. I'm not even going to fucking touch my phone. And when I looked, I remember the first time I really had clarity was when I was on a cruise ship and I sat down and read a book and was looking out, and I was just like, I couldn't even just like, this is where the fucking artsy aesthetics in me I literally I almost cried. I was just like,
Yeah.
whoa. I was like, this is some shit. And I fell asleep reading. I woke up and it was time to go to dinner, and I was just looking out, and it was on an isolated part of the fucking ship, and I was just like, this
That
is
was
some
time to you.
Dude,
Holy fuck.
a part of your inner child like
Holy
leveled up.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like some
It
part
was
of you
just
went
like peace, and it came out to enjoy it with me. It was for real. I was just like, whoa, man.
Remember when you were 7 and all you had to do during the summer was just wake up and like make sure that the garbage was
all right,
out?
remember when you're right now and have to pee? I got to pee, which means it rarely happens. Do you have to pee?
Go pee. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? I was holding
You
it.
do now
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm a camel.
Let's go.
And if I know that I have to, you go now. I'll keep the conversation going with Nick and the pug. And when you'll tag me back in. We've had so many guests, and I know that if I have the urge, they have the urge.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did that. I definitely peed twice now.
You peed twice. Yeah, so it's important. So when we talk to Oliver next, because he's in Hawaii, we're going to get all the Hawaii story, but he's not a Rolling Stoner. He's a Beetle. So I want to talk to him about Charlie.
Negative.
No, he's not going to be negative.
Yeah,
he
at
never
all.
fucking is.
No,
He rarely is.
My mom
And when he's
texted me.
negative,
She was like, "Hey, did you hear about Charlie?" I was like, "Of course." It was one of the things like
Keep talking.
I immediately had said to you guys in our messenger on Facebook. I was like, "Oh, R.I.P. Charlie Watts." Rolling Stones are like my favorite band, and I kind of felt something was weird when he had to cancel his whole entire tour with the Stones that they're about to be on. And the guy that's filling in is like another great drummer that's been on everyone's
The guy
shit.
that had that filling in makes millions of dollars a year on the drums.
He's gonna kill it.
perfect. Yeah.
But
He's going to sound exactly like Charlie.
yeah. And
Probably a little better.
when my mom texted that, I was like, "Hey, I am sad. Like, I don't
sucks.
want people to die."
No, it's actually what it really means is like the marker of another legacy that's about to end.
Yeah,
Is what it
Or at
is.
least just starting to.
Whoever was
know?
just saying it was either Big D or Tony, and they were like, they're all dying. Like,
Yeah, dude.
yeah, it's the time for all those people, such giants in the like all-time greatest songs.
Right? Like movers.
Yeah, the golden
Like,
age of recording
movers.
music. Like, this is how all these people got their names. All those people are in their 80s. They're all gonna die.
Yeah, dude. I
They're
mean,
all
it's just life.
It's just life.
When I was talking to my mom, I just said
Mozart died.
He got to do something he loved for 55 plus years.
Incredible, right?
He got to change music for this long. He got to be a fundamental piece of history. So
Unbelievable,
like,
right?
to yeah.
Check this, rack this, last
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But also like something like "Give Me Shelter." There's no one else that can like or
Yeah.
Paint It Black. Like, you listen to any of those songs, it's literally his touch. It's not someone just playing the drums. It's someone thinking about the song, listening to the song, and like
Yeah.
painting their part on it.
Yeah,
So
we know like Travis
we went back
Barker.
to Charlie Watts because it's
Hey,
it's a big
yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
know like people like Travis Barker to
And
our
now- yeah.
lives and our music that's in our head is like Travis Barker, someone you always know you can go to have his own sound, and Charlie Watts was that guy, dude. Like the Stones was never drum heavy, in the sense that Travis Barker's drum heavy, but you can
the songs were
instantly-
different, but like
You can
also
instantly hear a Rolling Stones song and know it was Rolling
it's like
Stones because
it's
Charlie
hard.
Watts' part.
Yeah, it's hard to like put it together because the Rolling Stones songs have been around for fucking 50, 60 years.
50
So you
fucking
can't
years.
imagine how they sound not that way. But if you put, I don't know, Ringo Starr or Keith Moon
He's not a drummer.
in that, if you put any other drummer, Ginger Baker, Cream, whatever,
Yeah, there we go. All
you
right.
put someone else behind that kit in those songs, and they're not hitting the same way.
Yeah,
A
no.
band is, as you just mentioned earlier, like a singular entity.
Yeah.
And these people come together and do this. Why is Velvet Revolver not good as Guns N' Roses? Because you're an Axl Rose fan and not a Scott Weiland fan. That's the only
exactly.
difference.
Yeah, something about the drummer in
Being-
bands. Your percussion is life.
If you're rock and roll,
Yeah.
drums first. If you
Percussion
don't
is
have a
life.
good,
I've
if you don't
already-
have a
yeah.
good drummer, then you suck.
Hey, dude, people love
100%.
love Led
We've
Zeppelin.
only worked with 3 drummers, and it was a pain in the ass
Every
to get
time.
the second 2.
Yeah. Because the first, who was the first?
Johnny Z.
Johnny Z.
Dude, oh man. Well, Chris, Johnny Z just hit me up for a refrigerator.
Fuck it all. Talk about UFC. Bye.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Oh shit. Bye.
yeah. He's got the I gotta pee run too. That was
Sure does.
fucking great.
UFC. Oh God, dude. I know we talked about the gash in TJ's face, but do you think he won that fight? Oh, did you not say you didn't watch the whole
Wait,
fucking
which
fight?
one? Dillashaw?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch the Dillashaw Sandahagen
Damn
fight.
it.
I saw the highlight.
I don't know if he won.
That was the conversation. And Sandahagen is a nice dude, and so he's not gonna talk a lot of shit.
Dude, the end result as it was happening was the corner not happy.
There were a
And
lot of knees that landed that debilitated Dillashaw, right? And then it was the
just striking overall, the damage overall.
was there a lot of counter striking, or was he just putting combos on him?
Man, I don't know if I can give you that high of a detail on it. I can only say
Who
that
else fought in that fucking night? Who else was that fucking fight?
that wasn't Derek Lewis, was it? It wasn't Houston. God, Derek Lewis
I don't
lost
think
so bad.
I saw the highlights for Cyril Gane. Him and fucking Ngannou will have a
God,
dope
dude,
fucking
did
match.
Derek Lewis think about throwing a punch?
Nah, man,
I
because
don't
Cyril
know.
Gane has great footwork and
I
great
guess,
feints.
but can you throw a punch?
Hey,
Like,
because
fuck
he
me,
was
man.
scared. He went in there to get a paycheck, I
guess.
think, man. He went in there to get a
Man, you ain't Ben
paycheck.
Askren. Let's get out of here.
Hey, man, look.
Fuck.
Yo, and Tyron and fucking Jake Paul, that whole
Oh,
situation.
I think that's happening this weekend, is it?
Yep, the 29th.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a Saturday. Or it's a Sunday? Yeah,
That's-
it's a Sunday.
You know what sucks?
That was
is-
smart of them to do it on a Sunday. They don't want to compete with football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
because preseason is 4 weeks. We got one more week of football, right? It's not.
Yeah.
It's not 6 anymore.
I
It's
think
4
it's
now.
only 4.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only 4.
My Falcons got beat by the fucking Dolphins, 37-17.
What, do you want to talk about
Hey,
Lions?
man. Hey, man. All right.
People don't
Okay.
even know.
You went from loving the fucking Patriots when they whooped my ass.
Well, I'm a Bucks fan.
You're a Bucks fan.
I'm a Brady fan,
Oh, you
bitch.
son of a bitch.
He's from
That's
University
right.
of Michigan. I follow.
Oh, that's right.
My player.
I forgot that's
In
why
Michigan,
you liked
you're either
him.
Michigan State or University of Michigan.
Oh shit!
My family
You're
is
a
U of
fucking
M.
Wolverine. Oh shit!
Yeah, so
I
that's,
like the Spartans because of Mateen Cleaves and obviously Magic Johnson, but you know,
Magic's
because
the
I'm not
only-
a college guy, so I couldn't tell
me
you shit.
neither.
Yeah.
That really to only say that is the only reason why I can be able
U
to.
of H because my sister went there, so if I ever watched them playing,
Ooh,
and then USL because
Dude.
she went to USL and I'm from Louisiana.
Brady won that championship with a torn MCL or some shit.
What, the Bucks?
Yeah. And now you're gonna think he ain't
Did
gonna
you
come.
see his pocket?
Dude, it was
Did you
amazing.
see his pocket and his
Did his
weapons?
team get any worse?
He doesn't have to do anything with that fucking MCL. I don't
I
give a
know,
fuck what you say.
dude.
He's Tom Brady, goddammit.
He's gonna win another goddamn
I
championship.
know he might.
This year.
He fucking might for real.
He's gonna be
fool. Hey, he
94.
fucking might though.
He's gonna be older than both of our dads put
If
together.
he wins a goddamn another Super Bowl though, for real,
Fuck,
yo,
man.
I will be a Brady fan. Cause right now I just like talking shit about him, but I have respect for him. Just like
Dude.
rest in peace, Kobe. His birthday was yesterday.
Kobe.
I literally was just like, cause I'm not a Laker fan, but I respected the shit out of Kobe.
Yeah, you got.
You have to. And now looking at his highlights again, oh my God. So
There's not
watching
gonna be another
Brady
person
win the
like him.
goddamn Super Bowl, come on, man. Like I had to give it to him. It pissed me off. I had.
Yeah.
What is up with me not zipping up my fucking zipper after I go to the bathroom? What
Ain't
the
no
fuck
one
do
can
I
see
think
it,
I-
dude. You're
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit.
But yeah, fucking Brady. I think he has a chance of doing it again this
I
year.
really do. Oh, Antonio Brown apparently just socked somebody
He
up.
did. He ripped the helmet off his side. Fucking idiot,
Hey, apparently you can't fucking fix whatever stupid is going on in his brain.
dude.
He needs to calm the
Testosterone's
fuck
a
down so he can get
motherfucker.
that A, right? He needs to get that goddamn contract and chill the fuck out.
He needs to just moss it up this year and catch 56 or whatever the hell the title
He doesn't
is.
need to. They have too many weapons.
I just,
Who's the other guy? Mike, is it Smith?
oh no, you're forgetting Rob Gronkowski. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
shit last year.
Superman
That was the best.
hands.
My favorite thing was they
He
were
caught like
"We
6
got
passes
him,"
the whole
and they're
year.
like,
2
Yeah.
touchdowns, 4 regular. Like what? Like
if
he
you're
didn't do
looking at
shit.
stats, you might as well got the
He didn't have to do
Lions
anything.
fucking tight end.
Oh, Papa, you tired, baby?
She's always tired.
She
yeah.
tired.
She's-
She's looking up and down as if Craig brought back a snack.
Yeah. Like,
Meanwhile, her eyes are closing.
do you have anything for me?
What did you bring? Oh, baby.
We'll just put her in
Daddy,
the
y'all still talking?
Oh.
So, drummers, back to Rolling Stones and
Oh.
the Grammys.
Charlie- Oh
Yes.
yeah.
So I'm below Staples Center. This was a call from my print agent. She goes, I don't even remember what the fuck happened. Do you want to go down and see? I recommended you for
I feel
this
like it was
job.
3 days before or some shit. I like literally had. I think we hung out and then all of a sudden like didn't see you. 2 weeks later, like yeah, I was doing this. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I didn't see you.
Because it happened so fast, and she goes, "Hey, they saw your photo, and so they want you to come down there so you can meet." And so I literally get down there, and I'm at Staples Center pregame stuff, and I meet the guy, and he's like, "Okay, what are your sizes?" And so they had some silver fucking suits that we had to fucking wear. They were silver or gold. I think they were silver.
It's silver for
Yep.
sure.
And next thing you know, it's like, okay, cool. So you're gonna show up back here. You're gonna park at this parking structure, and you're gonna go downstairs. As soon as I got there, I got signed in, and then I went downstairs. I went to the area where they were making the costumes. Then they walked me all the way down below Staples Center, all the VIP rooms. I'm seeing all the corridors with like Britney,
Yeah.
fucking every like Eminem, like
Yeah.
every fucking person who's ever performed in these VIP suites. And Mick Jagger's having his green juice. His girlfriend's in there, some kids, and he's
dude.
like, and then we
Mick
run through the rehearsal about how he is going to celebrate the king of rock and roll, who now I feel bad that I don't remember the fucking guy's name, who he was doing a tribute for. It was a soul.
BB King.
No.
Well, King of, I mean, it's not Elvis.
It was 2012. We could look it up. It was
Someone died in 2012.
It was
and he was
2012. It was the hit. It was King something was the guy's name. He wore a fucking cloak. He wore a goddamn what's it called? The Kings wear them.
Yeah, a giant cape.
It was like a cape, but it was like a royal cape or something. And he came out. It was a tribute for that guy. 2012 Mick Jagger tribute for the Grammys.
guy that came out
So we come up. It was me and this guy named Milo. I can't remember his last name. And we were the guys on the side. And we go through the rehearsal and Mick says, okay, so yeah, so I'm going to have the mic. You're going to get the microphone. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to drop the cape. As soon as I drop the cape, right hand goes out. You hand it to me. And I was just like, in my head, Dempsey, don't drop the microphone.
Don't drop the fucking microphone.
Solomon.
Yes,
Burke?
King Solomon.
Oh, King Solomon.
King Solomon. And they played some funk from that man, and I was just like, I'd never heard of him, and I got a goddamn lesson, bro. Yes. That man, I was like, whoa.
Fuck.
And he gave a lot of fucking love, and it was a great tribute.
Like King Solomon, like Little Richard King
Yes,
Solomon.
yes, yes.
As OG rock and roll as it
100%,
gets.
100%. Because he was an unsung hero.
Yes.
And so that was the thing where I learned that night, and I was like, there's some rock and roll history. And as I'm on stage, I'm thinking, I'm next to fucking Mick Jagger
Yeah,
at the
dude.
goddamn Grammys.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's Alicia Keys.
That's why I gave you shit for
Look
so long. I'm
straight,
like, That's my
and you
fucking
go,
guy.
you don't even fucking like the Rolling Stones. How the fuck? And I go, hey man, it's a crazy world, huh? I was like, it's a crazy world. They paid me to be on stage with Mick Jagger, just fucking two-step that motherfucker all night, and I'm like doing my best not to sweat, but meanwhile, nervous energy's hitting, and I'm sweating, and I'm like, fucking trying to like wipe
That
it.
silver
Just
turns
smiling.
gray, turns gray.
Oh, it's sequins.
Right
Don't even
here.
worry. It's all good. They can't see that shit. And I'm smiling. Mind you, let's rewind the fucking meeting. Seeing Drake walk through.
Oh,
Dr. Dre. This is all at the corridor downstairs because
It's
we're getting
Grammys.
ready to go
Everyone's
upstairs.
there, yeah.
Everybody's there. So P. Diddy comes to the fucking dressing rooms where we're at getting ready. He goes to the bathroom. He doesn't wash his hands.
Oh,
you heard it
Diddy.
first. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, because
He comes out of the bathroom,
Left-handed golf club.
tucking his fucking shit in. I didn't hear the water run, though, because the bathroom's right there. And in my head, I'm like, you better not reach your fucking hand forward to introduce yourself, because I'm not going to shake it. You're going to get a fist bump. 2012, before the fist bump was popular. Before the fist bump was mandatory with strangers, right? I literally was just thinking that shit in my head going, oh, man. I was like, P. Diddy didn't wash his hands. What the fuck? So that moment happened.
You noted the lack of a
Of
faucet.
a faucet sound.
He didn't have to wash his
Because the
hands.
same motherfuckers you watch their shoes at the urinal who don't wash their hands, don't let me run into you and get introduced out in the club because they'll be like, hey, nice to meet you. Fist bump. Elbow.
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
I'm
would have
watching
shook
you
his
shoot.
hand like it was a goddamn prince.
No.
Yeah, but
no.
Diddy's cock is
Diddy
like.
ain't Prince. I'd have shook Prince's hand.
I respect that.
I love and respect
I
Diddy,
respect-
but he ain't Prince.
I'd shake Mick Jagger's hand just tell him.
Here's a Prince story. A
Oh,
lady
please.
friend,
Yes.
great woman.
Prince all day.
We had already had moments, and we weren't seeing each other or anything, but we're still close. She worked at an agency, my voice agency at the time. She knew background singers for Prince. She asked me, you guys are going to be upset. This is going to be worse than Mick Jagger.
Oh, no.
You went to Paisley Park. Okay.
She asked me to
You
go
had
to the
sex with a prince.
She asked me to go to the Staples Center show because she has friends with the background dancers.
And you said you don't want to go.
And I didn't want to assume that I was going to elicit anything else with her.
Well,
And so I didn't go.
okay.
And
sorry.
then,
I'm not.
and
I'm
then
not,
2 years later,
We went
so
to a
hang
lot
on,
of
hang on,
concerts
hang
with
on,
them.
hang on.
I could have been backstage, bro.
I'm just
sorry, Poppy,
I'm
baby,
just
but-
I'm just sad that you didn't.
I'm very sad that
I'm
I
not
didn't.
mad that you
No,
didn't.
but
I'm sorry
sa-
for you that you didn't.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm sad for me
I think
Because
that I let
because-
my fucking
because-
bullshit take me away from that
because
moment.
meeting him would be great, and you could check it, and you could say I'm
Not
met
even
him.
a check.
but like
my soul would have appreciated that.
Soul could check,
Yes.
but like also meeting Prince. Prince is someone who goes, oh yeah, like in person.
100%.
He's a weird dude who just
Yeah,
said,
100%.
seeing a Prince show.
Exactly.
That's where
because
you. That's where you
seats
meet
were
Prince.
amazing.
Ah,
She had great seats.
that's where I'm mad. You should have seen the show.
And then they were all backstage. She goes,
You should
he
have at
was,
least-
he was silly. It didn't last long. They had a good time. She
Meeting
goes,
him,
it's
whatever."
okay that you didn't come. She goes, it's fine. There will be other shows.
Dude, we did.
there
Sorry.
won't be other shows. He's dead.
He did a tour, Dempsey, that was like 30 days, 30 nights.
Nope. It was 21.
21 days, 21 nights, where the fuck it was.
And he
21
did
nights.
New York, he did L.A., he did Minneapolis, obviously.
He did
Chicago.
3 nights in L.A.
Yeah, Craig went.
He did 21 nights at the Forum.
He did
He
21.
did 21 nights at
Craig
Madison
went
Square
to like
Garden.
5 of them.
He went 21 nights at whatever
was it?
Minneapolis has.
Holy
That was this tour,
shit.
and tickets were like $10.
Exactly.
They were
So-
$25.
Oh, that's fine.
But
So,
either way,
when that came to town, I just bought things and said, "Who's with me? Do you want to go?"
How was that
I
show?
did 3.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All 6 of them? They were all amazing.
dude, from like
So, that's the only reason I'm mad, is
Keys
that you didn't
playing
see him
to
live,
Cuba
yeah.
Gooding Jr. dancing to one of the shows. He would turn the lights off, let people leave, turn them back on, and say, "Everyone, come down closer."
No
He
matter
would
where you're
turn
at.
the lights off.
So if people who
Let
wanted to
people
leave
leave.
left,
He let people leave.
More
And they turned
concert for the
lights
people that
back.
really wanted to see it.
Craig and I were below the stage
Wow.
as he's above it playing songs. We're just like, hey, because we stuck around for
hell
hours
yeah.
because he just ended the show, but,
But
after
he
he's
did
done.
that tour again. Just back to Prince. You're
Yeah,
talking
Prince
to
is
music
shit.
guys about Prince. You mentioned Prince, and we're like,
oh,
oh
hell yeah, Trev.
It's all,
that
it's all we
tour,
got.
that tour,
Minneapolis, bro.
that tour, 21 dates in each place. So by the time he got to L.A., he was already like 4 residencies deep. So the legend of what he had done in these other cities
Was building.
it came around. So it's like
Everybody's ready.
Sly and the Family Stone. The bassist from there came out.
Larry Graham, yeah.
Fucking not Shakira. Who's-
Sheila E.
Sheila
Sheila
E.
E.
Of course,
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Everybody, yeah.
fuck.
Everyone you would expect, and then some for
Oh,
some
my
no
God.
reason. Yeah.
Alicia
Now,
Keys
funny, I
definitely
just
did
got
it.
in contact with her. She's a producer on a film. My
Oh.
friend. No, me and her were still close.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. She just went to
I
Dubai
got
for
you.
a film she's helping produce and did some
Allegedly.
fucking principal photographer out there. She was trying to come back to LA. And
Wait, Sheila E's in film now?
No, my friend. My
okay,
friend, not
okay.
Sheila. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No.
right.
So I'm
I thought
gonna hit
your
her up.
friends
I'm
with
gonna let
Sheila
her
E.
know about that.
Oh, same lady with the
Same
Stones.
lady who,
yeah.
I'm gonna let her
Please.
know. Be like,
I'm ready.
hey, you know why I didn't go to that Prince concert? Because I was a dumbass, thinking that I was gonna be obligated to you for some dumbass reason.
Hey.
So let's get some dinner, baby. Let's
Yeah.
handle what should have been handled. Let me say sorry.
I got a trailer at the Universal parking lot.
I got a trip. Parking lot. So there's that.
Okay, now I want to ask about the voiceover space.
Yes.
I think we touched on a
We
bit-
touched on a good
yeah.
amount, yeah.
Okay, good. So now, I mean, versus that, you don't have so many people to answer to. You don't have the same kind of like schedule to have to work with. But
Yeah.
do you find, and this is like one of my 5th questions, but I'm already at the front of it. Do you find that voice acting gives you more freedom to like, I don't know, stretch? Because acting, sure, there's a camera on you, but you're given the same thing. Maybe you're not given eyebrows. I don't know.
From what I've seen from Dempsey, definitely.
Like
Yeah.
you
You
have to be
Definitely have
given
more fun with voiceover.
Yeah, what voiceover
I know you're a
has
good actor,
done has allowed me to. It's allowed me to really tap into what I've missed from being on camera because I miss on camera acting, but I was never defined by my work. So what that means for me is, like I said, I didn't chase auditions. I didn't chase things. I never did this for the money.
It actually
right?
means you're always looking forward to
I'm
the
always
next
looking for the
project.
challenge.
Yeah,
I'm always
you're
looking for the next
yep.
project
How to do better than
and
last.
how to do better. And because I was so standoffish and had that imposter syndrome, there were things that I limited myself from. So what I was able to fill the gaps in was what voiceover allowed me. So like I said before, when I referenced being kicked out of class, right? So being able to really connect with who I am was what voiceover brought. And that was just a free-for-all, whether it's luxury.
Yeah.
We're being told how to feel, how to look, how to talk. Whether it's a Gen Air campaign that I'm doing,
Yeah.
or whether it's fucking, the MasterCard commercial I just recorded, or the UPS manifesto,
Allegedly.
or the Blaze and the no, these are all things I can talk about, or the Blaze and the Monster Machines,
I love your DOTA shit, man.
and or my
Like,
DOTA, like
man.
Magnus, trample him under hoof, like being able to do.
Nick's
Neeks. Like my
I
fans,
hear that shit. I'm like,
yo.
that's my buddy. Dude.
Yeah, you feel me? Like that's and I love that. So I have
happens all
a
the
freedom that I could have never imagined with voiceover.
Yeah.
And that gives me the chance to what I call so Herman Munster's got the fucking nails and the screws in his neck, right?
Come on.
So
Come
I
on.
call that a release valve. I get to let out a little bit of my crazy.
Yes.
And so I get to just like, it's an exhale for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I call voiceover for me. It is definitely a release. And then as I get better at it, so now I get requests. So now my agents will say, hey, they want to hear you for this. Or it's, Nickelodeon thinks you're going to be good for this. And I'm in a space now where it's just like, hey, you know what I mean? Like,
I love that now you've worked for the same company in multiple media.
yes.
That's legit.
Well, how about
Dude, Rugrats all grown up.
Oh,
Let's go back to that. Nick Jr.
Can we?
You know what I mean? And the LeBrons.
Yes, can we?
The LeBrons, the YouTube show that we
Yes.
did. We did 2 seasons. Check this story out. I'm rocking my 03 Altima that had some brake problems at the time,
Come
right?
on, come on.
Me and my buddy Christian were calling me Squeaks because
Christian from the U.
CDR cooldown reduction.
You said buddy Christian.
Cooldown reduction.
Call Christian cooldown reduction.
What? He saw because his initials are CDR, and he saw him call me one time, and he goes, "CDR, what is that? Cooldown reduction?" I go, "Is that like some scientific
No,
properties?"
that's from Dota, you fuck.
See, I don't fucking play Dota. I just do my job. I sign up and I talk into a mic. But my guy
Christian-
schooled me on shit.
But Christian was one of the first 5 people on Saturn. Everyone knows that.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
So,
Right.
I
All right.
still dealt with Christian
Oh God, no.
when I worked at the
When he
U.
wasn't even
Yes.
working there.
He wasn't.
Oh.
I think my leg is bleeding.
Talk
plus-
about a fucking
No,
cartoon
not
character.
that Christian. That's big
Oh.
Christian. My little brother Christian.
Oh no! Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Video production guy.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you guys-
All
Not
right.
that fucking
No.
guy.
Oh my
No.
God.
Hey, God
No,
bless
you're
that
right.
dude. I don't want to speak ill, but
No.
that poor fucking bastard. You had to work with him. I didn't. So.
Pass. I know
I worked
you're-
with him a lot.
You worked with him a lot.
That guy's a fucking cartoon character.
I know he is.
But Pat-
He always had a story.
We did
Whoa.
have CDR. He showed up to something, right? I
Yeah.
met him
He
like
came.
face
Brother.
to face.
He came to your house. He came to hang out one time. Because I would always give him shit because he wouldn't fucking do nothing.
Yeah, because he was supposed to have a kid,
Yes, he was about to have a kid. No, he'd already had the kid at the time.
or it was.
Yeah, but him and his girl were
early
having. Him and his
sessions.
chick were having issues and shit
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
CDR was, man, you guys were gonna have a business together and shit.
We were doing the production and we developed shows and it was always a pain in my ass
Yeah.
because unfortunately at the time, he was my little brother. He had a lot of things going on. I love him to death.
Yeah,
He's actually right
fucking
now
CDR.
representing in fucking Kuwait right now because he's in Army National Guard.
Oh, come
So
on.
he's sweating his fucking ass off doing like computer programming stuff.
Was he gonna
Shit.
hire you for an acting job anytime soon?
Well, he was acting as my manager, which was fucking cool because he managed a lot of literary guys. He's got guys whose scripts got bought by Paramount, and other things. But it's just like, unfortunately for him, it's just really fucking rough being in that sphere because he's by himself.
That
He's
sounds
got
like
heavyweights talking shit like, "Who are you? And what are you doing?"
That sounds like
here?"
an odd circuit to be
It's
in.
a very
too.
odd circuit because
Yeah.
you're not a company. You're a solo person. And you're up there. He had a director who was doing a Snapchat series. So he's on set with CAA
no.
and WME people.
Oh no.
And they're like
Oh,
like
God.
like hawks.
D2?
Yeah, they're looking at him like,
The
so who
two
are you?
groups?
What
I
do
was
you
about
do?
to- when you were talking about
WME.
filming the thing that had multiple, like Taco Bell now, where they have so many different facets for TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, and that's part of that. So,
Yes.
oh,
Yes. Yeah.
God.
So, but having him as a manager helped because he got me in the door. He was able to get me other
Christian
meetings with other
cooldown
agents. That was the thing. My agent that I have now was because of him, and we would always joke. Caw, who made the call? Who made the call? You know what I'm saying? So when I got work and shit, but he worked it out. We had a little agreement on the contract. I cut him a little extra money here. You know what I mean? Because it
But
was
he was
just
always a good guy on your side.
always on my side.
Like
always on my side.
Only joking towards you, Christian, is that your initials are CDR.
CDR. And
But when
now,
it goes down to it, like it helped you in some way.
it definitely helped me. And so,
Yeah.
but back to the VO game, what I got from it was like the peace of mind. And then when I was able to find my niche, so now I get recommendations. And so, yeah, Nickelodeon wants to see me. Disney wants to see me. those are great things, but I'm busy now. And I'm like, whoa. So I've had it to where I have to like constantly reschedule things. With Zoom, I had a couple meetings on the East Coast, and I didn't pay attention, thinking they were on the fucking West Coast.
No,
I got the executive producer and the production coordinator on hold on a Zoom, and they have to email me later because I slept in.
No.
And I'm like, I'm like that guy. I'm that actor.
Dempsey,
Hey,
just wondering if this is
just
still
wondering-
available.
Hey, just wondering if you were gonna log in. That email was an hour ago. There's a follow-up email. Hey, I'm gonna log in. Don't worry, we're gonna set it up for next Monday.
After
It's
5
Monday.
people,
We're gonna set up for next Monday. So I got a week
week
of
for
squirming.
fucking hell.
I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm thinking maybe they wanted to offer me a whole new show. I'm like, so I'm like, I'm turning positives.
do
I'm
that.
making negatives
Yeah.
into positives. It's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Dempsey, that paycheck of $50 million is just sitting there waiting
Yeah.
for you, dude. You know, if you
So
just, if you just
they're
showed
like-
up, they offer you $65
They're like, we wanted to do a
million.
promo for you, but fuck you, no more. We wanted to give you extra money, but fuck that.
Wait, so did pandemic change all of the games?
100%.
All of them?
Yeah.
Even
So what
voiceover?
pandemic did, basically, it cleared out just like what a strike does.
Yeah.
So what a strike does
Hey,
for
man.
actors is it clears out the people who are only in it for the money. They're not really in it for the game or for the wherewithal. And
Our gigs fucking. We
facts.
have months just
Facts. And
They're like-
if you don't want to do this, you got a lot of time to think about it, right?
Dempsey, you think anyone's buying tickets to shows they don't care about?
100%. No, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I get those moments, I'm just like, okay, cool. So fast forward, I'm in a space
Wait,
now.
so how did you transition at the start of pandemic? Like,
So
it all
I'm in a
changed?
space now that if you don't have a mic set up or a Source Connect subscription, you ever heard
Wait,
of Source
Source Connect.
What Source
This
Connect
is inside baseball because
Yes.
this is now
Yep.
obviously I'm you haven't told me yet, but I'm going to say that it's some kind of web-based kind of website / software
Yep.
where you can record into their space and it's
Exactly.
lossless audio.
Exactly.
So the people
They
on the
can
other side
record
can get
good
like the
old-fashioned
most.
audio.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
And so what that allows them, I pay a subscription every month.
Yep. So do they.
Basically, I tune in, they tune in, we record, they log in, they boop 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 boop, and boom, they're connected to me. I switch the outgoing and the incoming.
I knew the technology was
I
there.
switch the bounce back
Yeah.
from 44 to 48K for them, so the quality's great. And then boom, they record what they're hearing. I make sure all the Wi-Fi is fucking clicked in because I don't have an Ethernet to my room, and the best
Yet.
connection.
Yet.
Yes,
Just a
because
long
bigger
cord.
and better things,
It's just a
baby.
long
It's just
cord.
a longer cord, and you gotta pay for better internet, but it's all good. And so now they go, okay, well, hey, they give me some feedback. We're on Zoom. We talk a little bit. And then so that's what allows them. Now, 9 out of 10 times, I'm recording and sending in.
Yeah.
So I don't always have to use the Source Connect, but it's still good to have because they want to make sure. And not everybody.
It's crazy you're doing shit on your own and that audio quality is going to the masses.
But that's only if they use the Source Connect, because what I normally do
go
is I'll
into
still
an actual-
send them a WAV file because I'm recording on my end as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just send them a WAV file. I'll bounce
so
it.
crazy, dude.
It's amazing.
There's times you're telling me you're next to a guy who's got a badass truck in the studio. And you're like, dude, this guy just came out of here. Like when I grew up, I listened to him talking. Like,
Oh,
he's
that
doing
was
voice-
Clancy Brown when I
No,
was
it was
working on
Tim Allen, bro.
Oh, that was dope. That was
I didn't want to say the name.
Yeah, no, you can talk about that. I was doing a voice match for a certain actor
Yeah.
at Igloo
Try
Studios
not
in
to.
Burbank, and Tim Allen's outside talking to all of the production people with his
hell yeah.
doped out fucking kit of a 55 dope ass Chevy that he just finished building a few months ago. That's black with cream interior, and he's talking about getting the radio that he had to wait a month for.
Now say what you will about modern Tim Allen. Homeboy went to broadcasting school.
I know. Oh,
So Homeboy was like, "How
that's
do
why he can
I
connect
work?"
to the everyday man. That's why they respect him and love him.
That's why he sounds so perfect every time that he talks.
Dude, yeah.
'Cause
He
you're like-
knows how to enunciate, but just putting words together.
And then he had good
from
comedy
story
writers.
form.
Hey, would you go on a stage if you had good comedy writers?
Oh, 100%. I've done.
Because you could deliver.
I had my first anxiety attack, listen to this, on a staged reading. Because I grew up all of my fucking entertainment.
I want to get into that
is
too.
film and television.
It's going to be later. Yeah, 'cause
I
wanna get into that
took
too.
an acting class in college.
I know.
I was scared. Yeah, no, I don't want to take too much of.
No,
I know you guys have.
no.
I know you guys have like a formula that you.
If we go into 4 hours, no one's gonna listen to it. Like, there's no way.
I don't know
No
what
one's
you-
gonna do that.
What you think's gonna
But,
happen? But
like, I want to keep it within 3, but I want to touch on so many
Yes,
different
100%.
things. Okay.
doesn't
So my
run
fear,
out.
my fear in college when I was coming up, I'd already done so much work with on-camera acting. I didn't do any theater acting. I was scared of it.
That makes because triple threats.
Well, but
If you're in
also
an acting
continuity.
space, yeah,
I was scared of.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I was only 21, 22 when I was still
Yeah.
taking college classes.
Uh,
I hadn't gone back to college. My theater coach.
Interlocking.
What do you mean?
When you're a kid and in theater,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
they tell you should go to Interlocking, which is like a stowaway camp, and it's like a conservatory summer camp.
Okay.
type thing.
Conservatory. No.
But that's the acting.
That's like the next step.
I turned it down.
That means when you're serious.
I was like 12.
Yeah. You disappear for 2 months. And you go, and it's all you do.
And
eat,
then
live, sleep. No,
yes,
no,
and then you're in
no,
that. Okay.
No, and I'm glad I didn't do that. Only because
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
already got the crash course.
But
of
you
what-
already-
yeah, the casting couch was already like in front of me,
Yeah.
right? I was already like, I'd already been there and already seen all the fucking
Yeah.
the secrets.
Yeah,
so now
yeah.
I'm on set already working.
Yeah.
But that was the next step if you wanted
Right.
to be considered serious.
Right. There's
was the
there's
thing.
different.
There were levels.
There's always some kind of unwritten.
There's always that
there
one
are
thing.
unwritten rules, right? But now it's the unwritten rule of which class you take, who you worked with, and now it's even bigger. It's
who your dad is.
well, nepotism.
But that's always been. That's always been. That's always
nepotism.
been,
I
yeah.
used to fucking hate on.
It's always been, though.
In
we
the
hate
industry,
on it too.
but
'cause
if
it's
you
huge.
fucking-
Music is
in the
painful.
music
It's a big
industry.
time.
Pain.
But this is the thing. What I always say: if somebody's already worked with you and they know you do good work,
Yeah.
they're going to want to work with you. Now, the reason
Good
that's more
work is
important
good
in
work,
film and
yeah.
television is because casting offices back in the day used to be able to call for feedback. Your manager could say, hey, Dempsey came in and he had this audition for that series regular role. How did he do? Now, that office is not only doing 2 shows, they're doing 4.
But this
Because
is why-
Netflix and Hulu have created so much more demand and so much more content, they don't have time to give feedback. So you got to be able to get in there, knock it out, do your thing, and just pray that you fucking made an impression.
This is also the reason why you talk to the entire crew, because you don't know who's working on
100%.
the other...
And you don't know who's moved up in the ranks.
Exactly.
So assistants that remember me when I took a break, they're
Maybe
now casting
literally
directors.
supervise-
And thank God for my name. They either remember me or they forgot me. They go, oh, Dempsey, I remember you. How have
They
you
were
been? Where'd you go?
Third photography
Yo,
assistant.
I was up with a lot of guys. Fucking Aldous Hodge, who was now in the new movie with The Rock. He was on the show
saying.
Leverage.
Well,
He's
Jungle
done the
Cruise
Underground Railroad.
sucks, dude.
Fucking Hidden Figures.
we
Jack
just-
Reacher 2. Like, I've come up with a lot of good
we
guys.
just
And when I
played.
took a break.
We just played with the band in Costa Mesa that we've been
Oh.
to parties with, love them, Dead
Boom.
Poets
And now
Society.
they're-
playing Reading Leeds Fest.
Jeez.
They're 2 different dates with hundreds
and so
of
now
thousands.
that means they're on the precipice.
Yes,
Exactly.
They got the timing.
Dempsey.
It's a circuit.
We played
Yeah,
that show
yeah.
with them. They were at a party with.
Now,
that
how did they
band.
treat you? Were you guys still in the vibe?
No, they're
I'm about to
they're
tell you.
cool right now.
Okay, they're still cool.
They're
still
cool right now.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
tell you in the nicest way.
There we go.
Friday prior, they went to a party and were there with that band. When we played the show on Wednesday, the following Wednesday, when I saw them because I wasn't at that party, dude, didn't even know you guys were on the show.
Damn.
So they have their heads up their ass because things
Yeah.
are really happening.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
radio
Yeah.
has them
Because
so,
they've already told them what's potential. I've signed contracts where it was like, hey, you're gonna make $5,000 an episode for 13 episodes. On the way home, I already bought my mom a Mercedes. A week later, I call my agent. Any feedback? No, I think they went another way. Okay.
I can't buy that
Sorry,
third,
Mom.
I can't buy that
Sunset
third
Orange
house.
fucking 400 SCL coupe is not. It's not in the mix.
Sorry.
You know.
That's why you don't tell people.
That's
what
why
you
I
have
don't
going
talk
on.
about what I have going on. Because
No?
I remember doing a commercial where I didn't even go out there. They came in later, hey, we're going to have to release you. It was an Office Depot holiday spot. I had to put it in my brain. Hey, Dempsey, come up to L.A. We're going to pay you $500 for the day just to eat some steak and hang out. Because you ain't getting residuals. Or cut to the Papa John's commercial where it was 3 different commercials for the campaign. I filmed all day on a Sunday, which is called Golden Time. In the commercial world, it's double time.
Oh.
It's good money.
Oh, they have OSHA on that.
Oh,
That's
yeah. They got OSHA track. That's what Screen Actors Guild is for, baby.
Come on.
That's my union, homie. I already got a pension.
Union.
I got a pension right now.
You're paying
They already told me if I retire right now,
$14
this is what you
a
get. Like, I'm vested, homeboy. I'm a fucking grown-up, son. And now they say, hey, the campaign got shelved.
Oh.
None of those commercials are going to run. It was a talking pizza box. Me and the homeboy were like, we're going to make a lot of money. No, we're not.
Pizza box.
Talking pizza box, nah. So I say all this to say, you never know, and that's why I'm thankful I'm in the space now that I could take the time out to go to Josh Retreat and take breaks because I say, hey, I'm gone for a week. Don't send me auditions.
Yeah.
And that's what I need right now.
Yeah.
So
get some time away, man. Like get yourself in the right space so you can come back and like give everything.
Yes, the voiceover game has proven a lot to me. It's given me all of the things that I didn't think I was going to happen. So when I took that time off in 2010 and focused on my VO career and then came back around in 2015, Ryan Gosling says to me on the set of LaLa Land, you've been gone for 5 years? Hey, man, it looks like you never left. Keep it going. As he
says, you've been gone because that's the type of circuit that
and he understands.
He
understands when I said that to him. He's like, "Damn, 5 years is like it's like you never left," because it's a big deal. I threw away that time and I rehumbled myself to go. No. When I say throw away, I basically
on my ears.
Yes. No.
Mine too.
Yeah, no. When I took that time off of on camera. It was the hardest 5 years because the first 2, that was like a functional depression. It was really fucking hard to be able to live because you have people who are like, hey, are you still doing that acting thing?
Oh.
And so to not blow up on people who don't understand like what it means for me.
People say that shit to us all the time.
You guys still playing?
Yeah.
That's like a weird fucking. I don't know how to take that because they view it differently.
When you have a show, can you just like send it to me on Facebook?
What?
Can you fucking follow it? Because I'm fucking grinding over here, you piece of shit.
Yes!
I post this shit all the fucking time. What the fuck do you mean? Can I remember your dumbass?
Chris Dodson booked this show 3 months ago.
The U has installed 153 itches this month for this show.
Yeah.
I love y'all, man. That's the fucking shit I'm talking about. It's like, hey, man, so what are you doing? And then I got to tell them what. See, voiceover is like as if I'm on the camera, but it's my voice. So I still get paid, but you just don't see me. You've heard me. That's why I can pay my bills and you can see me look like a functioning adult because I still have a fucking career.
The voiceover I've been doing 4 years ago just showed up.
100%.
So
I'm still getting paid for things back in the day. Thank God for that. But it's the truth, dude. It's like we live off of residuals, and that's why a lot of actors are upset right now because our contracts are constantly being cut down. And that's why the strikes come. So I just got little residual.
Film follows music. It keeps
and it's way worse with music.
Oh God, of course.
It's way worse with music.
Like Napster and then pirating and then
that's
like,
a whole other conversation. Pirating and streaming, yes.
But music is like the right because all those sound people have their jobs, but then you have when we put out a music video, how much fucking effort does it take? And that's the other, and that's the other.
Nobody cares,
and no one cares, and that's
because
the other
there's saturation.
Yeah,
and there it comes back to the self.
What are you talking
Your music video isn't 25 seconds long. Why do I want to listen to your song?
I can't. If I don't hear that sentence fast enough, if I don't know what it's about in the first 30 seconds, I don't care, guys. But I like you. I just don't care about what you're putting your heart and soul into.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare
why don't you just say
is a highlight video that's 19 seconds long.
Man.
Why are you releasing a 3-minute long song?
It's real painful.
Man.
It's real painful.
Painful. So when I hear, are you still doing that? Are you still doing the acting thing? I'm just like,
you're like the acting thing?
Yeah, I haven't stopped.
Let me define that.
I haven't stopped, so I don't.
Since I was 15.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still here.
Still doing the acting thing.
Real quick, twice maybe in my whole life and career have I ever thought, what if this doesn't work?
I had one, so I want to hear
Yeah.
these. I had one, and it was real serious, and I
Yeah.
didn't play with him, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
Yeah.
Do we die now?
Yo.
Do I
Okay.
walk into
My
the
hands were
ocean?
up.
Yeah.
And it was like, so when I took that
Wait,
time off.
2 spots.
Twice.
So
First was.
are these years in between?
Years in between.
Okay. That's
First,
good.
Yeah.
It's
First
not
was
weeks in
before I
between.
well, first was when I took a break. But first
Yeah.
was before I took a break. And before I took a break, I got real complacent. Auditions weren't panning out. It wasn't a money thing. It was an artistic thing.
It was an all of the above thing. You didn't have the energy, so the energy wasn't
I didn't have
given
the
it.
energy. I was noticing that I was in my head in every audition. I was mixing up lines. I wasn't focused. I wasn't paying attention to my dialogue before my auditions. I was crashing.
We didn't
my
jump on
lines.
the. We said we were going to get on the breakup, but we never did. But I think it's too late.
Yeah, yeah.
No one
And that had a lot
cares
to do with
about
it.
it. I don't
Yeah,
care
yeah,
about it.
no.
No, the breakup was just like it was a girl I'd known for a long time. We
But
had
it-
ended up
it-
getting close.
But it messes up your rhythm.
It messed up my rhythm because I opened up my heart again because I had basically put up a wall after high school. I had a high school sweetheart. We reintroduced each other in 2008, and it was just like, oh, you're still the selfish girl that I remember, and my heart was
Let's
like,
just tell him it was
no.
Alicia Silverstone.
It was
didn't
Alicia
want-
Silverstone.
I didn't
But
want to talk about
in that
it.
reconnect, in that
It was when she was
reconnect,
separated. She was still technically married.
in that reconnect, it got
Quote.
real serious, real fast, and then it like fizzled.
Oh,
and then
it
you're
got
like,
real
where-
serious real fast because I was ready to go ahead. I literally was going to take 6 months off of acting.
to
and
like
to go get a
marry
regular
and do
job, to go get a regular job, 6 months to a year. We already talked
You're
about
gonna
it.
change your
She
whole.
worked for the airline. We took a trip to Dallas. She got me a plane ticket out to fucking Big Bear.
I remember she.
Because there was a female snowboarder who was doing modeling and snowboarding at the time. We were going to do a documentary for her. So she got me tickets because she worked for the airline. And then, boom, she said something to me when we got on the
Wait,
airport.
she worked for an airline, but you two were. So
She lived
she's-
in Mexico.
He was getting some free ticks here and
She
there.
lived in Mexico. She worked for an airline. So
That
she
doesn't
got
answer my why the
we got
two
to-
of you
we
as
got
an
to pay
actor.
we got to pay for taxes. She worked for an airline, so we got free
You were
tickets.
going to make a movie.
So me and my buddy Christian. when
that
we
was
first
my
started,
question.
Yeah, go
me and
CDR.
Christian first started when me and CDR first started.
Where'd you get into
producing.
making a movie part?
Well, it was dry. It was flying out to Big Bear to go ahead and check her out at her fucking snowboard tournament. Took a lot of photos
To
a
make
lot
sure
of
she's
interview-
legit, like worth
Not even
it.
legit, just
Oh.
to get a taste of her life.
Oh yeah.
Like the ins and outs of
Oh,
like
God.
these kids live hard, boy. I was like,
dude.
oh my God, it's 3 a.m. I'm tired. They're going to another hotel party and they're microwaving their shoes. What the fuck is going on?
then 3
and they're
hours later,
throwing
the-
pizza on the wall. The
And they're
room is
waking up-
trashed, and her dad is the bass player for Shaka Khan.
Come on.
I'm in. The
Why do
middle-
all these kids get like dream
I
jobs?
am
with-
in the middle. I'm in the middle of the fucking woods in a fucking huge cabin,
Ain't
freestyling.
nobody-
I'm freestyling.
Got me
Her friend is
back.
freestyling. Her dad is fucking thump, thump, thump on a small fucking amp, and we're fucking jiving.
What do
and
you
then
mean?
the next day,
What do
who
you mean
catches
freestyle?
for the New York Giants? Tyreek Hill catches
dude.
that fucking pass.
Hey.
I got to watch that, and then I watch her kill it and shred it after 3 hours of sleep on a goddamn tournament. Get second place in the tournament. I'm like, this is fucking wild. What? Christian's like, hey man, I'm up here too for his buddy's bachelor party. I buy his fucking lift tickets because he didn't have any cash. Sorry, Christian, I love you, bro. If you hear this.
We got you.
Yeah, I'm sorry to put you out on Broke Street. You know what I'm saying? So I hook him up, and I'm busting my ass, and she's teaching me how to snowboard. It was an amazing experience. I lose my camera that had all the photos the following week. Me and her are arguing, and all I can remember is when we got out of the airport, and she goes, I gave a homeless guy some cash, and she laughs at me. She says, this is the U.S. If you're broke, it's your problem. I was like,
That sounds like wealth parents.
I was like, bitch,
Jesus.
heartless.
Fuck.
My buddies just saw
Whoa.
Shaka Khan with Prince.
I was
so
just
you're voting
like,
for Trump, is that right? You're like,
in 08.
very,
Shaka
very
Khan
conservative.
definitely played with Prince.
Yo, I was
Shaka
just
Khan,
like, I gave him some
absolutely.
change, and you judge. I was like,
Oh,
So that just
God.
rang and rang and rang.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to Dallas, and she's like, being a little bit of a bitch, and I was just like, hey, this is. I was
Not fun.
Wait, there was
Why
a
would they
moment.
get it?
Hang on.
There was another moment. Yeah. and
Wait,
then-
wait, but there's
This isn't the 2010.
But
This
there's
is
moments
before-
where you're like, ooh, this is.
Oh, there are moments where I was just like, oh, damn. My heart does not like this.
Yellow
at
flag.
all.
Yellow flag.
There was
Yeah, this
yellow, but it
hurts.
was like a hue of pink.
right.
It was a hue of pink. I could see.
That's love.
It was love because that was my optimism.
Yes.
It'll be okay, Dempsey. Keep riding it out.
Oh,
You're
don't
a
worry
piece of
about
shit,
that.
But this feels
That
good.
voice went from ride it out to now it's just like, don't be a dumbass. Back in the day, it was like, it'll be okay. Yeah. Don't fuck this up again. So fast forward to my ex Native American, who I'm not gonna say her name, but I
Your
know
former Native American.
my former ex, who she's Native American, and I love them. They're from Toa and Hamas. I love them all,
Because
and
you-
I'm still
yeah,
close with her family.
'Cause you've known
but
them
there was-
forever,
I've
and
known
it-
them forever,
uh-huh.
but just problems happened.
Yeah.
And
That kid,
Cheap
that kid,
heartburn face melter.
yes,
the
That's her name.
universe doesn't want that
it
combination.
didn't want that to happen.
It just doesn't
And
want it.
she basically spoke all the things to my heart that I needed to hear at the time. Let's just put it that
Which
way.
is good.
So
Which
wait,
is great.
So
but
you
my
were-
heart got opened up
hang
again.
on. You were best of friends.
No. There was history there. We've known each other. I'd see her during the summers because of her uncle. Me and her uncle were close. Ran the streets together with her uncle. There was a close age because the mom was a little young when she had.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So she's the older sister to my buddy, who's her uncle. Got it right.
So you're attracted in like the in like the command of the lady, in like
She's
the,
just a little bit younger. She's not that much younger.
Yeah.
But there was like love. She's got all of the fucking vibes that the aesthetics that I like. All the artist in me was just like the stars, the sky, and this and that. So she spoke to all that. Boom, got me back. Dysfunction happened.
Well.
And next thing you know, I stepped out, not proud of it. Things happened. I found a lady friend who was dealing with the same type of situation. Universe brought us together. You're in pain. I'm in pain. Now, I was super romantic. I'm writing poems. I'm singing songs to her. Mind you, things were happening. I wasn't getting phone calls back in time. It's already a long-distance relationship. She lives in New Mexico.
Oh, come on.
And I'm like, wait a minute, things aren't adding up. So now I'm getting like these vibes, and my intuition's led me my whole life.
How many years were you long distance?
About a year.
That's
and
already.
And it was a year after the fuck up.
Ah.
So now I'm traveling on the Amtrak to try to fix this.
Yeah,
Sure was.
I was on the Amtrak every once a
We can
month,
fast
once
track
every
that.
2
That's
months.
fine.
So fast forward, things don't work out.
Yeah. No,
Things don't work
a
out.
year of long. Okay, I was
Yeah.
with
He's
a lady.
doing VO auditions, but still trying to
And
sing
on
John
camera,
Legend to
because the
everyone.
VO auditions hadn't even picked up hardcore yet.
High school sweetheart, right? With her for
No,
4
that was
years.
08.
No,
That was
this-
08.
This is
So
me.
fast
Just real
for-
quick.
Oh, got
real
you.
quick.
Here we go.
High school sweetheart, 4 years.
Yep.
She drives with us to California from Michigan.
Oh,
She
so
is-
she made the initial move.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is in the back
High
seat
school
of
sweetheart
his
says everything,
car.
though.
His
when everything
car, when
changes.
it gets sandwiched,
You're ever expanding.
there's a car accident. She's in the back seat, glass on her, right?
Before you get here.
Yeah,
Name the name.
within the first 12 hours of the drive.
Our
Yeah.
drummer puts the trunk
That's a different
of my
story for a
Alero
different time, different
into
story.
the back
Alero.
seat.
Yep.
She's in the back seat of my Alero.
Oh no.
Picking glass off of her.
I have custom.
No, totally different story. It's
infernal
Nick,
subwoofers.
it's a whole giant story.
Infernal subwoofers.
I forgot the main brand.
High school sweetheart moves out to California with us to make sure
You
we
kill her
moved
in an
in.
accident. Yep.
No, yeah, she's
Almost.
dead. She's dead. She flies back to Michigan
Because she's mangled and hurt.
yeah,
or
because she's
Frankenstein
mangled
would
and
be
hurt.
shocker
Yeah,
back.
literally though, right?
no,
No. Oh.
so
that caused the fucking disruption.
no.
Now I want to know now. Goddamn.
Yes, I know. So
Okay.
we all moved to California.
trying.
Everything's great. She flies back to Michigan.
Okay.
I go back to Michigan like 3 times in the first year and a half.
Damn.
Right? So now we're together like
plane tickets weren't cheap then because we were fucking
No.
hurting for cash.
Spirit.
386.
Whee!
So like
A little bit
six,
better than Frontier.
6.5 years, and we go, yeah, so long distance is not a thing. Yeah. So she's in New Mexico. You find another person close to you, and
Well,
now
yeah,
you're going back to try and make it work.
She got into an accident, a little bit of drinking. I'm not gonna get into too many details.
Fine.
We were already struggling. So
Yep.
then a year try to fix it. That doesn't work.
No.
Boom. At that same time, I'm already feeling complacency with my on-camera.
Like, how many
career.
times did you see each other in the amount of time you were like,
Every 2 months at least.
whoa?
Yeah, I was.
So someone would fly?
No, I was always going out there.
You were always?
She came
Train.
out twice. She came out twice.
You're on the train.
I was on a train,
lot.
14 hours on an Amtrak. And then I would spend
And
a
how many-
week. And I would spend a week with her
And then
family,
come
her and her
back.
family. But I was on the reservation. It was fucking beautiful.
But you knew these people for fucking ever. So
I'd
it
only
was
met
like
her parents prior, when we were younger, once or twice. I
Okay.
never really knew them. It was mostly, like I said, her uncle.
It was during a blood ritual when they met.
Exactly. The
So they
cool
were-
thing,
yeah.
the dopest thing about it was being out
Responsibility,
there, the mountains, the family, the kinship. Like, that shit was beautiful. Like, driving through the reservation, just like you wave.
Reservation life is different.
Literally different. You wave. Everybody's got a quick little 2-finger nod. You
Yeah.
know, you just drive the truck, and
Yeah.
I got to see them dance.
You're here. You're inside.
I got to see them dance in the Pueblo. You never get to see that.
No.
I got to be there during feast,
Fuck.
which was amazing. So you go from house to house, and you have a little bit of a meal at each house. You talk to the elders. And
Oh.
so all of that was beautiful.
Ritualistic shit.
100%. 100%. And
But like that's also part of the romanticism
that's
of like
100% part of the
lady, like-
romanticism. of just,
yeah, like I
and
could
so
have this
me-
other life where it
Oh.
has this rich cultural.
Oh God!
Yeah.
And then all of the family's really cool. We're having a great time. I sit out there. I look at the fucking stars. We make food together.
And
me
these are
when
people-
me and a woman cook together. That's just the sexiest shit.
Magic.
I fucking love just watching a woman cook, and we just cook together like that. Shit, I love that.
I want to
shit.
eat pancakes off of your fucking
Let's just
stomach.
yeah,
Let's-
exactly.
you know?
Just, I'll eat the scrambled eggs out of your ass. That's just what I'm about.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm saying.
Tells me better. Yeah, hey. Makes me happy. Makes me eat this way.
Yeah.
Yo. So, but fast forward, it didn't work
Khan.
out.
Yeah.
And I basically was like, okay, we can't do this anymore. And complacency from my work, shit just wasn't adding
yeah.
up. So that was hard because the mental stress
There's
of
a
keeping
lot
that
of
going.
hard on that.
And then she finds out that I stepped out. So now I have this.
A whole
now
other
I
thing to
have
work
So
through.
I have to deal with that. So now I'm getting, I'm dealing with all that stuff,
Shit.
and she's not letting me have any slack. And I'm just like, okay, well, fuck this. I can't do this anymore because now I'm arguing. We're yelling. This is not who I am.
This is not
So
it.
we got to end it. And that was a tough one because it was Christmas of 2012. I'm in Hawaii on the balcony with my family on vacation at a timeshare, drunk and crying every night like a fucking putz. Yeah. Ain't nobody this way. Facts, bro. That shit was terrible. I had to wipe all those Hawaii memories out.
God.
So we don't get back together, which was healthy because fast forward, she's got a kid. She's got 2 new kids with, the new guy.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I was a good luck Chuck, I guess.
No,
I've been
no.
a good luck Chuck like twice.
Hey man.
Don't want to own it, but hey,
No.
I make people better, right?
Oh.
Fast forward now.
I don't want to tell you the amount of
What
girls.
she needed and what
Oh,
she
you been
got.
a good luck Chuck a couple times?
I don't want to tell you.
They come back. Hey, Craig, I just want to thank you for
I just learned
everything.
a lot.
Now I see all the things you meant, and my boyfriend now is happy as hell. Tell him fucking you're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
probably great.
He's probably great. I'm happy for you. You're not crying every night anymore.
You're both really dumb.
You're both really dumb.
Dude,
Dude. So we're at 3 hours?
we got a fucking P2 Dempsey.
I know. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Final couple questions.
Yes.
Final
yeah,
couple
I'll
questions.
wrap it up. No
Okay.
long stories. Here we go.
I mean,
And I'll
it could
try
be
and
long
okay.
stories.
I know.
I think we need to part 2.
Final
you.
couple questions. Final couple
Yeah.
questions. And the second one is a closer.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 1. So
The voiceover stuff, you're good with that?
yeah, but I'm gonna go way far back.
Yeah.
So like voiceover, acting, creating voices, you didn't get in trouble for the things you were already doing. What did you grow up? What TV show like took you? Like what were you fascinated by? I need to see this. Was it Looney Tunes? Was it Disney? Was it?
Oh, man.
Come on. Was it a combination of things? But what hits you first? Like you're 5 and like, oh, Magilla Gorilla, whatever it is, Jetsons,
DuckTales.
DuckTales,
Shirt Tails. You won't remember that.
Shirt Tails.
I bet you won't.
Is this an
I got a little age
offshoot?
on you. Shirt Tails. They had.
Don't you do that to us,
They had
Dempsey?
shirts
You
that-
and me.
They had shirts that lit up with their initials, I believe. They lived in a tree in the park. There was a ranger, and they would solve crimes.
Like halfway in between DuckTales and Rescue Rangers.
No,
What?
earlier. It was earlier. Also with the Get Along Gang. The Get Along Gang.
Oh, the Get Along Gang.
They were
Oh,
on a
yeah.
train.
Okay.
So basically, all the cartoons that I grew up watching in any show, I would always imitate everything I saw.
Would you rewatch and like?
I didn't have to. I have a great auditory memory. That's why I do great voice match.
Sweet.
I have an amazing
When
ear.
did you recognize that?
I didn't. Until the first time I did
Someone
a voice
told
match.
you.
I did a voice match for Mr. Kevin Hart, and it was an audition.
Allegedly.
And then I recognized that I have a talent. And so I've done other people since then.
Oh shit! So you
And
haven't
so
recognized that until
I didn't recognize that until, and I almost didn't do that
recently-ish.
audition. I was sleeping at a girlfriend's house, and I was tired, and I'm at her house, so I'm in bed. We ordered empanadas. I'm chilling. It's a Sunday. It's a Saturday morning. No. It was midday. It was midweek, and I remember, oh fuck, I want to go do this audition. And next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, I can do this, and that just kind of clicked. So then, once my agency recognizes I have the ability to voice match, they're throwing everything
Now they're
at me.
matching.
And so now I'm like,
Wait, how's your Kevin Hart? Could you hit us?
man,
in-
my
in-
Kevin Hart, honestly. Okay. Now listen, Craig, Nick, look, what you guys want to do is you want to make sure that every time you get a guest up here, you just have them kind of relax a little bit. You know, you get some bourbon, you just have them chill out. Most of the times, you're not going to be able to just relax, just chill out. Dempsey is a cool dude, but he's a little wild. He's a little
Okay,
wild.
all right, you're good, you're
Okay,
good.
I'm
This is
sorry,
great,
I'm
this
sorry.
is great.
I gotta stop. Okay.
Kevin can go away. Dempsey can go back.
Yeah. But honestly,
Did you find the anchor light? You just find the
allegedly he's heard it before, right? And dude, so that just picked up for me. And then once I got a knack for like commercial stuff,
Yeah.
because you got to just listen. I'll audition for things and then I hear the spot later, especially when I don't get it. These directions that these people put in are never, like I said, they don't know what they want until they hear it.
But do you find that your ear has already been pre-trained as a kid through these cartoons,
100%.
right? Like that's what you
Oh,
grew up-
100%.
Yeah, you know what you
Nuance,
love.
feeling, and
Nuance,
emotion.
and-
I
yeah.
can grab anything. And then my point earlier that I made, as I've gotten older, you just become a scholar of life.
Yeah.
So as
that's it.
you connect with people over time, you feel things differently.
Absorb.
You absorb, you feel more, and then you can espouse that feeling. You can exude those emotions. You can give to people, and they don't understand, but they're receiving it. And then you're just like, I recognize when people receive me. And the thing with voiceover, what I do is I visualize the intention, and I visualize the words going into their ear and having what I want them to have. And that's what I connect with.
I love that. I wanted to spend like an hour on like
Anchor
getting to like the root of a character and how long it takes. But now I have to because we're at the end.
It's almost simplified though.
okay.
Yeah, I wish it was more
I
extensive
know.
in that for
I
you,
know.
but it's really that simple. Like
Yeah.
I picture it, and that's what I bring to it.
But like even if it's one picture of a person, you can like focus on that and
So what I
dig
told you guys
that,
earlier,
yeah.
I was almost the voice of the new Kia campaign. I was up against a couple celebrities. The reason I probably lost that out when I was on my knees in a hotel in Hawaii
Yeah.
when I booked my other job.
Yeah.
I'm literally covered in a blanket sweating and killing this audition, and the producers have already called my agent before I get on the fucking plane, and I got to leave the hotel saying, hey, we really like what he did. They give me some notes, and I do it again. But I was almost the voice of the KFC campaign for the new Colonel.
That'd be hilarious.
That would have been amazing. And I was up for that role, but what I envisioned was basically Morgan Freeman, but a little smoother, a little older, and basically like he's a G that's been a chef in the kitchen for a long time. And I pictured him sitting as if he was like an old school pimp with swag who's reserved his fucking pimpisms, and now he's just about cooking good food for his family.
Yeah, dude.
Sitting on
Lake
the porch.
Charles, 41 years.
Hey,
Got that same restaurant.
legs crossed in a fucking rocking chair on the porch. And that's what I
That's
gave
how
him.
specific you
And
go.
that's how specific I go. And I smell the air.
Yeah.
I picture the person talking to him, and I can feel his smile as he delivers the dialogue.
I love this, but
know?
but now as you are working in this space now with all of the experience that you have and channeling these different emotions that people don't do, the root is listening to these cartoons
Yes.
and just like as they talk, you're just going like or whatever.
The Flintstones.
whispering
Just revisiting the
Even the
Flintstones earlier
Flintstones.
today
Uh-huh.
with how much of that was Barney and Fred getting yelled at by their wives about potentially having too many ladies' attention. Like the things that we don't remember that we revisit.
Yeah.
you are guided by those things and you don't realize it. But all
Yeah.
those cartoons, I would definitely like. I remember specifically having a substitute teacher in 4th grade, Miss Peterson. I couldn't stand that woman. Miss Bunch was my original teacher in 5th grade, and she was on a hip replacement surgery. Miss Peterson couldn't stand me because I got so much attention in the class.
Oh, no.
And multiple times, even when I wasn't doing anything, what is it? Is Dempsey putting on a show again? Was Dempsey talking again? I would get put out of class. My mother would have to come to the school to fucking talk to the teachers. And I was always in trouble because I literally would, I just fucking
Because you were
find,
just going.
I
You were
would
just
find my
doing-
audience, and that was it. So
Okay. Final question.
Yes.
Because at the end of every episode, we're gonna put a song on, and so you know, as an auditory person, at least, do you have at least right now, or all-time favorite song, or song you're listening to right now? What should we put on the end of this? Something that you would make it to the end of this episode, and you're like, I vibe on that song.
Man, it would be between Eminem Till I Collapse, because I would play that before every audition.
Oh, that's a great message.
And I would get myself fucking hyped.
That's
to where my heart was like literally.
Till I collapse. That's
man.
the hustle. We were talking about that earlier tonight.
Woo! I would just fire and I picture myself hitting the 101 past the courthouse as I approach Melrose.
Yep.
After Silver Lake, just fucking ready to go.
That's
Till
it.
I collapse. I'm feeling like. So, but Drake and Kanye glow. Watch out for me, I'm about to glow.
Okay, so you're leaving it on to us, so I need you to make a final decision, one or the other.
Glow.
All right.
Done. Ladies and gentlemen, Dempsey Pappion in the house. Thank you
Thanks, bro.
so much.
Consistently off the